Hey, welcome.
Hey, good afternoon. How's it going?
It's going fine. What about you?
It's going okay. Just trying to deal with a bunch of things at once. Thought I'd be having more downtime since everything's finished, but I was a bit mistaken.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was just it was time and you usually are online at around that time, so I was kind of like, wow, he's not online. It's strange. So yeah.
No, I'm online. I've been working on some stream things because I have some interesting streams coming up that I think you'll be familiar with.
Yeah.
So that should be good.
Yeah, pretty much excited for that. Those
Yeah, it's gonna
streams.
be. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm just checking on Mac
Mm,
whether he's coming or not. So that's how I mean Mac is the way I'm gonna call him.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
No, I was actually talking to our good friend Kat about what she uses for her choices streams, and I've been looking into the software myself, and well, it is quite a good software, and it fits into streams, and the stream software is quite smoothly. And I've been working on transition screens, so it's going smoothly.
Yeah.
It's just a case
Yeah.
of oh, and I finally read the Braidwood Manor. You happen to know?
Oh wow. You completed it.
Yes, completed it.
How did you feel?
I really liked it. For a short story, it was a really good story. Um, yeah, with the intro really surprised me. It was the fact of oh, what's this ghoulish monster? And then it's like liar. It's like what's going on? It's some sort of guilt trip here. And then it's like all of a sudden we're going to this haunted story, and then that's where it kind of got more interesting for me, learning about the story of the actual family that died there, which was pretty horrific, really.
Hmm.
Um, you know, but reading the whole story overall, I can see why what happened to them. Like, you go through the story, well, you fall into a different time, which is kind of weird. That I guess you could say it's kind of like a time travel dimension type story as well, in a way, because you're going back a bit. You meet Eleanor, the eldest daughter, and the three children. Uh, it's funny because I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're all British as well, or English because of their origin as well. So may have to do a Braidwood Manor playthrough. So that might be interesting. Um, no, yeah, but it was a really interesting story. You learn about them, you get to know each and every one of them, how it goes for them. You get to know Eleanor really well. You get to kind of be part of it. You get to get to know her really. I could say not very intimately, but still intimately. And you learn, the secret door. Something's going on to find this entity, I'll call it, 'cause I don't really think I should call it a monster, ghost, or skeleton. I'll just call it an entity of their mother to find out that their own mother killed her own children to protect them, which in a way is kind of messed up. But I can understand why she did it, but that doesn't really. But the ends don't justify the means, if you get what I mean. Um, because it's like you want to protect them, but if protecting them means taking away everything from them, that's not really protecting them. That's something else. You protect them by being there for them and doing what you can, not by literally killing them. I mean, in all fairness,
That
I guess the younger
that
one's got it in a
yeah.
better way.
Because also the I think Olivia was the mother's name, if I'm not being mistaken.
Rose, I think it was Rose.
Rose, yeah, Rose. I'm sorry, Rose, yeah. So yeah, so her perspective, her point of view, what she explained as to why she killed them. So well, it doesn't make her less villain, but at the time it was like war going on, and she thought maybe her husband died, and
Mm.
then all is going to die. Everyone's going to die. All of them will just die there, perish there. But that's why just she did what she did. But it was like the regret when she came to know that her husband came back and all she did was for nothing and she just destroyed lives. It was horrific.
Yeah, it was pretty horrific, but it showed that she was too presumptuous. It's like, yes, war is bad things will happen, but that doesn't necessarily guarantee your death, which is pretty much what it said. Her husband survived,
Mm,
And if anything, she just made it worse for because of what she made him come home to. He came home to his children slaughtered. Well, one of them slaughtered, the other three just killed. But still, uh,
yeah,
it's pretty messed up. I mean, I can understand. The world can be a cruel place, but that doesn't mean to literally force them, away from everything. It doesn't make anything better. But I can understand why she did it. I mean, it was dark in a way, but it was the overall plot of the story. Like at the end, where you got to confess it, get it off your chest just to get rid of it. That was a nice touch. Excuse me, you were able to rekindle with the ghost of your brother, and able to understand why he did what he did. Because all you know is that he died, but in fact he didn't. He committed suicide because he felt hopeless in life, but didn't tell anybody. And then she found his letter, but didn't tell anybody. She kept it to herself because she didn't know how to handle it, which is understandable. But still, that guilt traveled with her throughout the whole of her life. And then the Waverley children finally get to, I guess you could say, ascend. Because if you think about it, the spirits were trapped in the manor by her sister's secrets, unable to ascend up to where they belong. And then
I think this is working.
hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so finally you're here. Okay, Brendan, I'm really sorry for some technical difficulties I was having because Mac couldn't join too, and you got cut off in mid sentence, and this just ended up. I'm sorry, but I have the clip or we talked earlier for 4 minutes or something, and so I'm just gonna join. So we'll pick it up from there. But welcome, Mac.
Hello. I know it's good to be here, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. It's really nice that you came here. Thanks for coming,
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I've got some rather controversial
Brendan.
opinions about some stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah, welcome to the Nanny Affair. Brendan, can you hear us?
yeah, I was gonna say it wouldn't be a stream without or a podcast without some technical difficulties. I would know.
Yeah. Okay. So, Mac, did you read the Braidwood Manor?
yes, I did actually. It was all right, actually, to be honest. It was, to be honest, one of my favorite books on the app. Obviously, it's only six, I think about 6 chapters, if I'm correct.
Yeah, 6 chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the story, to be honest. It sounds stupid, but I'd really wish they made a new book for it, like a proper long book, like after I think we'd left her. No, yeah, yeah. I wish we'd get another book because I want to see what had happened after we either left her or you know
Yeah, no, I
brought
agree
her
with
over
that.
to her.
It was a good story, pretty short, but I think it could have definitely done with a sequel, a proper sequel,
Yeah,
especially with the
yeah,
Yeah.
fact that you have the choice to bring Eleanor back, to the real
Yeah.
world
Yeah. I'll remember
to
back.
see her
Yeah.
adapt and actually make a relationship with her. No, I agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Brendan, yours. I don't remember if you what you said. You wrote to me that you were cut off mid sentence. So, apologies for that again. But do you remember where you ended, and can you continue that and finish, and then Mac can pick up from there?
Yeah, I was up to just by the end where we were talking about how the children all ascended, but Eleanor had the chance of a second chance.
Yeah.
Her scar healed. You could feel her heart beating. Her body temperatures coming back to regular
Mhm.
body. And it was an interesting choice. I mean, in all fairness, this, in my opinion, is quite a good book to start on because not only is it short and simple, I think it is a good introduction to the actual game itself. It gives a good tutorial at
Yep.
the start. And in terms of diamonds, you get over 200 diamonds when you first start this game, so you have enough diamonds to fully go through the story to experience it in the full perspective, and it can make you want to continue exploring it. So, and then with the ending, you have the small little ending, which I think could have been tweaked a bit. You
Yeah.
you go back to campus with Eleanor, you meet some people, and
Yeah.
life goes on pretty simply. But yeah, I think this is a good introduction book. I think this should be on one of the main pages like the opposite to the Nanny affair. So you've got steamy, and then you've also got well, what should we call it, mystery. And I
Yeah.
think mystery would definitely suit in. I think this would be the best introduction book that choices could start with for new players, especially.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah, Mac.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Um,
how did you like the twist of Eleanor and this little story? That you said something, but yeah, just tell us more.
to be honest, the book, like I said before, it's one of my favorites. To be honest, and to me, I don't know why I feel this, but the ending left more questions than answers. If that makes sense. Like, to be honest, I took her with me. Could took her back to the normal life, let's say. And not a lot of people didn't do that. I genuinely don't know why, but obviously, like Brandon said, it is probably one of the better books you can start off with. To be honest, that's the book I actually started off with because mysteries my personal
Yeah.
favorite, and it's like I wish I actually had more like that. We've got what It Lives. You know what? I actually can't think of the others,
Never
to be
Summer
honest.
supposed to be one, I think,
Hmm.
and that's a 3 book series.
Like, hmm. like a lot of people have said as well. I'm quite looking forward to Walk the Dead, Wake the Dead. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, Wait the Dead, the new zombie book coming out later this year.
Yeah,
That's supposed to be really good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
really hope it is.
Yeah. That's and I agree with that because this is like I said, it's a good way to start of choices, 6 chapters, and also diamonds. When we get to bring Eleanor back from their world to the human world, and that was a great twist because I was thinking like Eleanor was a ally, but it was not quite right because how things would go on because
Mm.
she's a ghost and MC is a human. So I was thinking, was MC going to be a ghost too or something? Maybe she gets killed in the fight or something. But then that happened, and interesting thing was that it had only 17 diamonds, and I'm pretty sure that in the if it were a book released today, it would have been a 30 diamond scene. So that was really good. They gave 70 diamonds because 17 diamonds. I'm sorry. So because these kind of short diamonds. That makes the story better because if you just give 30 diamonds, sometimes players don't have much because you have a fight scene, you need to buy an armor or suit, and then this, and then finally when a decision comes up where this diamond scene basically decides how the story is going to end, where you're going to be, whether you're going to be happy with your love interest or just you're going to be left alone. So I think this short diamond scenes, it was a great in with in terms of that. And also I think it was connected to the freshman universe too, so that was a really great thing.
Yeah, I didn't read one of those side stories, and I did see like a similar crossover with the locations. I think it was. So I think I saw that.
Mm.
But yeah, in terms of diamonds, it makes sense. There's about one diamond scene per chapter. One outfit. The diamonds are rather low. I didn't get why in chapter 5, when you got the chance to bring Victor into the final fight, was 30 diamonds. I don't think that should have really been 30 diamonds. It's not really as impactful as really the ending, I'd say, but still, I think it's good that the ending was 17 diamonds. But it is good
Mm.
how, like, as well, how kind of cheap they are. Like, not saying it's cheap, but they're
Yeah.
they're a fair price for about diamonds chapter.
Yeah.
Like I said, to be able to a new player to come in to get all the diamond scenes to explore it at its full potential with all the
Yep.
exclusive scenes and everything, and it can make them want to go through more stories. Get more
Mm.
diamonds. I mean, diamond grind is pretty simple if you know what you're doing, and well, it just seems that diamonds offer a bit more spice to a story, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Mm.
was it your first book too, Mac?
It was actually, to be honest, because like I said, it's my favorite genre, and
Uh-huh.
obviously branching off of what Brandon said as well. I honestly wish, don't know why I'm thinking this, we had more books like that, like just the 6 chapters, just a short, simple story, nothing like Witness where you have to pay for breakfast and stuff like that. It's like it's I just want sweet, simple books like that. Like, what's too much to ask for? It won't cost Pixel Bear Choices, sorry, much to make that book, to put it in, like books like that to put it into production. It's like Brandon said as well. No stupid 30 diamond scenes, like he said as well. Simple, short diamonds choices. 15, 17 diamonds, stuff like that. I just It's like with the one in Laws of Attraction, I think it was. The scene we gave in the in that restaurant, like 25 diamonds. It was supposed to help us with the case, but it didn't. So I thought, well, what's
I remember that
I've
one.
wasted
Yeah.
25 diamonds. What was the point? It's just annoying.
Yeah. And specifically in those early scenes when you have multiple allies and you can sort of, you can get your options, you can see, you can get to know each of them before choosing one final one, the final one. So I think in the 17 or 18 diamonds is enough because you just want to see Gabe or Ashlyn because you're not picking them. But at the end, like the dimension we get at the last chapter before it went into hiatus with
Yep.
Ashlyn or Gabe, then yeah, 25 or a little more, that is understandable. But I totally get that, like in the early chapters when we're just getting to know people, just I think in
Yep.
America's most reachable, it was really good, just 18 diamonds, 20 diamonds, and then the big scene at the end, the big intimate moment, they give us a 30 diamond scene. That's understandable. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But I think, yeah, what Max said, we could do with a few more short stories. Because don't get me wrong, I enjoy most of the long stories. They do a good job with the length, with how much they can put in. But I don't think it would be too bad if they put some more shorter ones in for maybe some newer players, or maybe to kick off some smaller genres of
Yep.
stories. I think it would
Mhm.
definitely increase a bit more popularity. It's like I did this a few days ago. If you do the math of like in terms of how much diamonds cost, let's say the Nanny Fair to Braidwood Manor. Braidwood Manor, that costs you about overall, I'd say me just over 100 diamonds, as opposed to
Mhm.
the Nanny Affair. If you wanted to do all the diamond scenes in that, that's just under 1,000. So it's like, in terms of doing an actual
Wow.
story playthrough, um, you know, Braidwood Manor's quite good. And if you think that's big, I'm just gonna guess Witness is double that, considering it's two books in one. Not to mention how many diamond scenes they have.
I
Mhm.
know it's a bit
Yeah,
not very.
yeah, I totally agree with that. And yeah, like you said, long stories are there, but some short stories they can mix things up, and it's really good. Like Braidwood Manor, it was great with 6 chapters. Maybe they can do 8 chapters or something, but it's just like short stories also. Like the variation, if they have variation, it's always good. Different things because a lot of people are there, and some people would like this, some people like that, and it would be really good to get some short stories or series, just or maybe a standalone like Braidwood Manor, specifically in mystery genre.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also played Braided Manor a few days ago, and it was a few weeks ago. Excuse me. So it was not my first book, but I was taken aback by the when I completed this. I started this a long time ago, but I was like, okay, I will just complete it later, and then finally I did, and I was like, wow, taken aback because of the ending, like you described. And then I was like, but I wasn't like maybe yeah, the ending if it were a little bit elaborated with what happened after we bring back Eleanor, it would have been interesting, but still, it was a book worth reading and a complete book.
Yeah, definitely. But like you said, I would have liked for it to expand on Eleanor a bit. This woman
Yep.
from the Victorian era comes into the modern world, and it's like
Yeah.
that's just it. It ends off with her being in the modern world. Oh, cool. Guess she'll adapt just like that. Apparently, even though she missed out what 8 years worth of advancements in the world, but guess that's how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah, so I just wanted to see that a little bit more in details, like how she fits in this world, or maybe she sees the car, phone, and the buildings, and what she thinks. Like maybe one more chapter, a little diamond scene with that, like how we maybe take her to some places, modern places, and what she thinks about that, what people think about her. We see a little glimpse, like you said, with that. But yeah, it's good. Overall, it's good.
Yep.
Definitely. Just wish we could have had either a sequel or maybe some more chapters to it, because I think this book I think is quite underrated in terms of
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
popularity. Like very underrated in terms of popularity as well.
Yes.
Like it is a good book. It's short. It's simple. It's got a good plot. But I think the ending, but yeah, like you said, the ending's got more questions than an actual finish. So they could have really expanded on that. But
Yeah.
overall, it's a good book. Really good book.
Yes, it is.
And it's when you think about it, if you want a diamond grind, it's a good book because 6 chapters is not that long. Blasting through it will take
Nope.
you about
Mhm.
half an hour, depending on how fast you are. So you get 15 diamonds every time you finish a book. So
Yep. And you get
pretty
the, I
cool.
think it's 2 diamonds every 3 chapters, or 3 diamonds every 2 chapters. I think.
3 diamonds every two diamonds every 3 chapters. So that's about 18, 19 diamonds,
Yep.
which is not too bad actually.
Nope.
And you can just keep doing it and then claim them all on top of each other at the end as well. Not to mention you get the occasional bonuses from
Mhm.
playing for a certain amount of time, daily rewards, or the VIP daily 10 diamonds, stuff like that. There's all
Yeah.
sorts of methods.
Yeah, that
Mm.
makes sense. It's super awesome. Any other thoughts on the Braidwood Manor, Mac?
To be honest, I got no else more to say. If I'm honest, it's like I said, it's one of my top favorites. It was my first book. What got me into it happened. Like
Yeah,
Brandon said, it. I just wish they had more stories like that. To be honest.
yeah. How did you like that Eleanor bringing her back to the world? Did you sort of expect something like that, or like what did you think when they actually gave these diamonds? Because I didn't know that it could have happened in any way because she was dead. So how did you feel about that?
To be honest, I don't know. Well, like I said before, it left more. Let me see if I can rephrase this properly. Left more questions than answers. Like it's hard to explain it. To be honest, like on the spot, it's they haven't actually read it in a few weeks. But you see, so
Yeah, it's like
you
how
know,
did she come back from the dead just like that?
yeah, yeah,
With
I know that's yeah.
with everything going on.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, and I also thought when she comes back, then could the her siblings could they come back too, or maybe we didn't know how Eleanor died, did we? Because maybe that
Nope.
was different, like their way of death, probably because of that. But yeah, it was interesting.
Yep, it was certainly.
Mm, definitely surprised me.
Mhm. Yeah, but it's one of
Mm.
the best books and choices, short books, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. All right, so now let's talk about the elephant in the choice is basically the like that's basically warming up the both the hemispheres. The Nanny Affair book too, and Brendan was excited about its release, and even he said that he's also excited to talk about some of the theories that Mac posted on Twitter. I think,
Mm.
and so let's get started on this. The Nanny Affair, like what happened? What did you like? Book one also because Mac, you're new, and about book two's chapter one, what we saw and all the things we learned from the blog posts and trailers.
Do you know what? I'll let Brandon go first. Because
Yeah,
yeah,
he's the passionate one.
yes,
gosh, no
I
one.
am as well. But I've got quite a lot more to say. Let's say that.
You
Yeah,
know, I really like the first chapter. It definitely I think it had a really good opening to what we left off of from the first book.
Yeah.
The first opening scene though, where we see the nanny. Obviously, they don't know it's the nanny at the time. I already knew
yeah,
because
yeah.
I'd seen some models of it on Instagram. I was like, it was a deep moment in a way, but it was kind of me thinking, is it this is what I was kind of afraid of? Is she gonna
I know.
tempted to go for someone else? But then, when a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, no, it was you, uh, Anaban, you restarted the story, and you weren't able to import your save because it corrupted or something, and you
Mm,
actually saw the warning at the start of the game that it's still a single love interest book. So
yeah,
that was, and I had another friend go through that as well. So that was kind of relieving to see that this Jordan is not in
It is.
fact the Li or an Li.
I know.
She's more of a
To be honest, this might sound a bit horrible. Sorry for putting in. It might shut some people up then who want another love interest in the book.
yeah,
Like I'm
definitely.
because the amount of people I've seen, it just stems from the tweet I sent out, which blew up. Hello, hello, hello. Well, I don't know what happened there.
Oh,
yes, yes. I'm coming back. Coming back.
All right.
Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, y'all are back.
Yep, I'm back.
I'm sorry. It's a fateful day.
I know.
yeah,
It's.
Yeah,
Been
but I have recorded that. So just I'll just I'll be joining this up. Yeah. So we were talking about Nanya first. Let's go again.
Yeah,
yeah, I think it was me. I think I was saying
yeah, you were
like I
talking
said,
about yeah, you were talking about the Jordan not being an ally.
I know it stems from the tweet. It's like the amount of people I've got DM'd saying, "Oh, why are you saying that?" Well, I said it's true. You've not even read the book yet, and I think I've sent this. I don't think I've told Brandon this as well. Somebody said they don't like Sam already because she's not interested. It's like it's one chapter into the book, and they already want to um date the love interest. It's the other love interest, Jordan. It's like the amount of like I said, like the amount of people I have seen who want it as another love interest. But when Pixelberry explicitly said that each book there's not going to be a love interest, it just annoys me the amount of people who want it anyway. It's it it, it just really, without swearing, it really annoys me. That's all I have to say about that particular
You know,
topic.
I can kind of understand that. I mean, in the first book, people wanted Robin to kind of be an ally, even though
Oh
basically
God! Don't even go there with her. Like I don't like her one bit. I'm just going to put it out there for everybody. I do not like Robin one bit. Like that's it. Sorry, go on.
I do like her a bit. You know, she's actually become apparently a fan favorite in the story, but that's the only
Right.
reason why they want her as a love interest because of like just her personality and how she is. But it's kind of like that I think where they wanted some other love interest, but it's but you know if you want to hook up with her, just go play Laws of Attraction. It's the same model,
I know.
and they probably even see me. So just go enjoy Laws of Attraction and do it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, and then but then it's basing off that. It's just you know, the intro scene, if anything, it doesn't. Once I, put the pieces together, it didn't worry me in terms of cheating or anything. It
I
worried me
know.
in terms of how this relationship and how everything's gonna go, because it's like, am I not enough for her, blah blah blah, and
Mm,
it's something about her not like not wanting to go public, which is kind of which I can understand. It's a bit embarrassing. It makes you feel like ashamed, makes you feel like you're not wanted. And
I know.
with everything going on, it's definitely gonna test the relationship between MC and Sam. It's definitely gonna be like that one thing. 'Cause in my opinion, in when you're in a relationship thing, there's gonna be one thing that will really test the relationship to see if you're good for each other, and whether they pass or not is whether they stay together and go on.
No.
So I think that's basically just teasing at what's gonna be another like big drama in the book between the relationship, and it's gonna do a question a lot of things, and then it's just gonna be very interesting to see. But overall, when the actual book started, you've got you're on the plane back to New York. You can reminisce, talk about the future. I think the reminisce is a bit. Eh. Well, there were quite a few inaccurate bits, which is fair enough. It's just a quick recap, but still, better
Yeah.
to look toward the future. You meet back up. You're already heating things up in the limo before you even get to the apartment. So you
No.
spend your first night. You get moved. She wants you to move into the bedroom. Actually officiate this relationship more whilst firing you, which was interesting.
The way she did it were a bit blunt.
Yeah,
Like
it was a bit
you're
blunt.
fired.
Like yeah, it was a bit blunt. Like if you're looking for some fun, that's not the right way to go. But then
I
it's like
know.
she wants, but in her motive, I can understand it. She wants to be part of the family, get more of a better standing, like more actual standing in the family. Then you get to talk about candidates for the nanny, which went so nice. I mean, some of those nannies were perfect. I don't get why they didn't get the job. They were so perfect. I mean, we had the young teenager who wanted to do stuff for social media, making him famous. That's awesome. Or we could go with the guy who thought he was qualified because his girlfriend called him a baby, which I don't actually know how that logic kind of fits. And then of course we had the granny who thought a kid's creativity and confidence, but with little attitude means apparently a timeout corner for the rest of his life. So that's really
Mm,
interesting. And then of course we have Jordan, who, in hindsight, is perfect, but when I look back at it now,
I
something
know.
seems sketchy, which is something that kind of got off Mark. Something just seemed a bit sketchy.
I
She's
know, but
perfect.
just she seemed a bit too perfect.
Yeah,
Like nobody's that perfect. Nobody is perfect in that sense. It's
not even MC. Like, yeah, she was
nope.
pretty good, but it's not the exact same. She gets everything off the bat for the most part. she does show some good empathy. She shows how much she actually does care. We have the part, if the diamond scene, if you do buy that, you can go to the park with the family, which is
Yeah.
a really nice scene. I think that's really heartwarming. It shows off kind of what one of the main parts of the story is, which is building a family with the Sam and the boys, which is really
Yeah.
nice. It's
Yeah.
good fun.
I
It's
noticed
good
that.
fun, and then you have the ending where it gets back into what's going on a bit. You got to deal with what's going on with the companies. You're gonna have to go back to deal with the Russos. You have
Mm.
to and then it's going to be mainly Robin versus Sam. 'Cause like the trailer said, they're going to be clashing for it. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. And then that's
Can't
kind of where we're
see
stuck at.
that.
We're waiting for next week where we get to send the twins to school, which should be
Mm.
interesting. And then we get to deal with the mergers collapse and everything. One thing I don't get is why they want us there. Like they asked for MC there. It's like, and no offense, like this, but I'd probably say this in my opinion. Why would they want me there? They I've messed things up. Wouldn't I just be adding more fuel to the fire there if I were there?
Yep.
Something like that. But overall, it was a good chapter, and I think it was a really good opening for the story.
The artwork as well was
The
top
artwork,
notch.
yeah, it looked really shiny in a way. It
Mm.
was like, don't get me wrong, the artwork from the first book is still really good, but the second one you can tell how much it's improved. It is just so
Yeah.
clean. Oh, it's actually really good. And it was good how they. One thing as well is because, of course, we have the front cover being pretty much always the same of the male and
Yeah.
female. So, it's not really as enticing. One thing I like is how when you're with your specific Sam and your Kia, your main character, it changes based on your choice, which is
Yep.
something they should have done for the main cover, really, because I think the main cover kind of angered a lot of people, which is understandable because it's just the
Yep.
same. They should have changed it up based on the actual choice.
Yep. I agree with that all the way. Mm.
Yeah. And the outfit that Sam wears, the female one, when she says you're fired, like that was described as pajama or something.
Mm,
But was that a new outfit or she wore it in book one too? I can't
that
remember.
that's a new one. They're starting to delve in a lot of new ones. That was
Yeah, that was
that's
a
a new.
beautiful one.
Yeah, that was a
Mm.
nice one. It's like a nice little cotton fabric or something like that. And then MC sticks with the ones she had, and then the male one has like shorts and a long sleeve shirt with some buttons on, which is quite nice. It gives more of a calming environment, like a calming
Yeah.
calming atmosphere. Just calming down, ready to go to bed, get everything settled out, and then we had the new casual outfit for MC, which was kind of nice. It had a good match of stylish and casual. Goes more into like settling into the casual lifestyle of being part of the family, which I think was a nice touch. One thing as well is I looked into it as well. You can, because one thing I always forget you can do is you can customize your outfits throughout the entire story. One thing I
Yep.
noticed is I think there are two new casual outfits. There's like it's like something you'd wear for the winter, like a big cotton jumper, and then there was just like a black outfit for work, like a not a uniform, but something simple, black, maybe some jeans or some shorts for work, which were in the wardrobe as well. And then you also had access to the all the premium items from the first book, of which if you bought
Mm.
in the first book, they would carry over to the second book, which is nice to see because they had some nice outfits there.
Oh yeah.
But overall, I think the outfit design is interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the new ones they have coming out.
Uh,
Oh yeah. As well. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Mac, go on. Your thoughts about that?
To be honest, I can't really add anything to that. To be honest, is put that in a nutshell. I mean, the outfits. I've always liked the outfits from the anime fair. They're just like stemming from the artwork. It's like they've actually put thought into it. Like the pictures, the artwork. Sorry, that is. It's like they've actually put thought into it. It's. I like the way they do that. It's not like other apps. Like they
Mm,
actually put thought into it. It's not like I don't know. And without saying what other app it is, where you can actually choose your gender as well. it's hard to explain. You know what I mean? It's like it's not as good. Let's just put it that way. Choices in that sense is good for the artwork. That's what actually drew me there. To be honest, I
Mhm.
was playing episode at first, and the difference between them two apps in the artwork and everything is just totally different.
Yeah,
100% better.
yeah, the
Yeah.
artwork and yeah, your Brendan was right about that. Like the cover, it's different, but like when I think the diamond scene where you go to this penthouse and then you
Yep.
do through elevator and then the scene. So you get, I think, three artworks. Like in two of them, Sam and MC are pressed together against each other, so the chests are really close. And then in the third one, I think I don't know. I think depending on your choice, it could change, but for me, it was like Sam was pulling out the panty of
Yep.
MC, and it was
Yep.
just so, and it was totally how you choose. So it was a
Yep.
customized
Yep.
artwork, and it was great.
Yep. It was. It
Yeah.
seems like they put a lot of thought into it, which they haven't done before in certain books for the
Mhm.
artwork.
Yeah, it's like they're putting like this has been like because it's kind of weird because I've been seeing a mix of like I haven't seen much hate. I've heard about a lot of hate from the Nanny affair, which I don't understand. And then most I've just been seeing all the blowing up of positivity around the second book. It's
Yep.
like they're putting a lot of work into it, and I think it'll be. I think it will be a really good book, and I think hopefully the community will agree. And it's just like I'm wondering what's going to happen. Could this be also be a possibility for a book three? Like I wouldn't mind a book three. I really love
I
this
want.
series. Um, because I don't think I was looking into some of the some people were looking into some of the files. There isn't actually any mention of a wedding at the end. It's the ending is apparently supposed to be, and apologies for spoilers.
I
Uh,
don't care. That's what
possibility of a holiday themed episode, so like Christmas or something, which should be really interesting to see.
Oh yeah.
But as what we're seeing, no actual weddings, so I wouldn't mind if it kind of expanded into a third book or maybe a mini series book that followed on from the story, like the freshman, a side story, but actually stays canon to the actual story, and it shows the
Yeah.
wedding and an actual just a quick fill up and then actual smooth ending to end it off. I think that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah. It would. Hmm. I mean, like you said about the positivity and everything, it's like the amount of people, like the tweet I put out. I think a lot of people saw that. It was like you're criticizing it. You've not even read the book yet. It's like people judge it on the cover of the book. It's like do not judge. Like the old saying is, do not judge a book by its cover. I guarantee
Yeah.
there's one person. I'm not saying who this person is, but I've seen them who a couple of times go on a tweet and comment when somebody tries to say something good about a book. I'm not saying who it is, but I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying that's what annoyed me the most. You've not even read the book yet, and you're criticizing it. It's it's genuinely really annoyed me quite a lot. That's why I put it out, and a lot of people messaged me and said most of them agreed with me. I did get some hate, which was
It's
understandable,
expected.
but like, don't go and without swearing, don't go and on somebody else's parade because they like something. Because let's say this is going to be controversial. Would somebody like it if I said, if say, with every heartbeat got a sequel, say, and I said it's overrated and I didn't like it? Would they like it if I said that? No, they wouldn't. It's just this. It's just annoying. It really is.
Yeah,
I have
it's
nothing
like
else to add.
yeah, it's just the unneeded toxicity and hate of the community. It's like that one bad stem of it, bringing
Yep.
out the just worst in it. It's like I made a dare a few weeks ago about Open Heart being so overrated and
Oh
Ethan
my
Ramsey not
god, it
being
is.
a character. And I was like, am I kind of throwing myself into the fire here? I didn't get any hate, surprisingly. I did get a few agreements actually, but still, I obviously didn't run into the obviously super part of that community. But still, I probably would have got a lot of hate for that. It's like, but it was there, but still, it just goes on to the point of unneeded hate. Like
Yep.
yeah, but yeah, it goes back to what you're saying. Just don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge people without getting to know them. Stuff like that. It's just a big. It's like one of the most obvious, but surprisingly not being able to be dealt with problems. It's yeah, the
Yeah.
nanny affair. It gives off the title gives off the idea of very sexual, very intimate, but
Yep.
it's like read the cover, maybe read the first chapter, get a taste
Yep.
of what it is, and
Yep.
then judge it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's true. It's I've got nothing more to add.
Yeah, I agree that, and wow, that was a good use. Don't judge a book by its cover. That you really put it the right way. Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah,
literal
exactly.
sense.
Yeah. That was well said. I agree with that. And in terms of the Nanny Affair getting a sequel, I would say that the Nanny Affair is choices. They have something planned, and then halfway through the book, they see how this book is faring and how people
Yep.
are liking it. And if they see it is really getting popular, then they make a book two or book three of that. Now, depending on this, like you said earlier, it has 1,000 plus diamonds. So choices, they definitely would they will see where I'm getting the most revenue. So, and a
Yep.
lot of people like Sam, and for most cases, even if the intimate scenes are almost same, but they even take in the book one they did. I can't speak for book two now, but in book one, all the intimate scene they took with Sam, all the diamond scenes. So everybody was willing to spend diamond just for Sam, just to have even a little moment with Sam. And I did so too. A lot of people did so. They even people ran out of diamonds. They watched a lot of ads, and then they went into sort of buy diamonds also. And when VIP was available, they
Yep.
bought VIP to get diamonds even. So if this book is going to have the same effect, then I don't think the choices would even dare to not give a book three. So depending
Yep.
on how it goes, it is going to get a book three. I think so. I mean, I don't see why it can't. But that being said, the amount of popularity it got in book one, I'm 100% sure that 100% of the people who liked it back in book one when it was releasing, at least 70% of them are going to do the same thing again. It's going to be more than that, but I'm just going to be safe with my statistics. So
Yep.
this book is going to just blow up again, and then I think they will go for a book three halfway through the book. But we'll see about that. But it would be interesting to see how this plays out, and if they have a book three, then what they have in mind. Maybe some post marriage, some difficulties or some drama. That would be also interesting.
Hmm.
Definitely, yeah. It's like one thing as well I kind of went into. It's like when you're starting off, like when you're fully playing choices, it's when a new book's coming out. It's I guess in a way it's easier to do the diamond scenes because when you think
Hmm.
about it, so I play through the Nanny Affair. I had to spend like to go through the full thing with diamonds. I had to spend at least 1,000, just over 1,000, just around 1,000 diamonds, like on the bat. But you've got the Nanny Fair 2 coming out. I can start that, and I can only accumulate enough diamonds for the one chapter. It's like you've got a week. One thing I like about the weekly releases is if you've got enough time, especially if you've got VIP, you can easily grind the
Yep.
diamonds you need for the one chapter, and you can go through all the diamond scenes and get everything to when the book's finished. And then once it's done, just replay, which is one thing I've always liked about weekly releases as well when you're starting. It's like when I know it's still going to accumulate to the higher amount, but because you're not putting it in all together, you wait for the story to release and you're going through it. It's a lot more simpler and a lot more better in my opinion. 'Cause you just got plenty of time to get what you need for the next chapter. I'd
Yep.
say I won't say 100. Well, actually, I'd probably go for 100 diamonds before the next chapter comes out, which is fair enough because there can be some expensive scenes. Like I think one of the most ones was like 60 for like just one. There's about two or three diamond scenes max in the Nanny Fair in some of their chapters, so I'd say around 100 diamonds. That would
Oh,
definitely secure you for a chapter, which is easy to get in a way.
I've got enough diamonds for the rest of the Nanny Affair book and a lot more than that, so I think I'm ready for that. Because that's what I mean. I've replayed the Nanny Affair. I'm not going to lie, about 5 or 6 times. I genuinely love that book, and that's why when they announced another book, I thought I was quite happy with it. That's why I went diamond mining for over like 2,000 diamonds, and it's like I am ready for book two, 100%.
Yeah, I plan to do the same with the Nanny Fair. It's a good method because when you think about it, go back to what you said, you get the 15 diamonds every time you finish your book, but you also get the 2 diamonds every 3 chapters, and you can get about uh, and there's 20 chapters, so you can get 6 diamonds from that. So you're getting around what is it, 19 diamonds? It's around 19 diamonds, which I guess in a way is kind of good. And then if you need, like in my way, I'm just gonna do the Nanny Affair, but if I need quick diamonds, I'll do the Braidwood Manor. and then you've also got, accumulate all the bonuses. You've got the 10 a day. You've also got the daily one. You can also watch ads to get about 3 or 5.
Yep.
And then there's also the bonuses for playing over a certain amount of time. Just they have a good system going on in terms of
It's
how
not
you
like
can earn
episode.
diamonds. Yeah, no, not like
Like
episode that.
you can't even earn diamonds. You have to buy them, or that's it. So either buy diamonds or you're not having diamonds.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Whereas choices, in a way, we are lucky because choices do have some yeah, they do have some good methods going on, so it's kind of good to see.
Yep.
And also,
Mm.
if you want some more diamonds, if you haven't played My Two First Loves before, you can start playing it. Chapter lengths are like 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Excuse me. And if you don't play the diamond scenes there, so it's just 2 or 3 minutes chapter. You have 100 chapters. If you have VIP, then you're in for luck because 100 chapters, so 3 diamonds. Every chapter is almost 300. And then for VIP, you get extra two as a thank you gift or something for each chapter you complete. So almost 400 to 500 diamonds you can accumulate just by playing My Two First Loves because it has 100 chapters and very short chapters, very short. So key is the only problem.
Yep.
Yeah, if you got, I mean, I haven't really had any issues with keys, at least after the first time, because when the VIP expired, it was kind of weird. My keys didn't they didn't go down. I can't remember, I don't know how the kind of stacking works for keys. But for some reason I'm still stuck on three. I was still stuck on three plus keys before I got the VIP back, so it was
Mm.
kind of weird. I went through
Uh,
what 8 chapters on the Nanny effects. I'm still going through it, trying to accumulate the right diamonds to get all the scenes. It's taking its
Mm.
time, but still, I was just kind of weirded out. I mean, in a way, it was kind of good. It was just VIP without the extra diamonds of 10 a day, which is kind of good. But still, it was an interesting concept.
Yeah. As well, to add on that as well, somebody else said this as well. Before your VIP, say a day before your VIP expires, and it auto renews, say, if you've got enough funds in your account and all that stuff, actually cancel it. And then the day you see you've not got VIP, resubscribe to VIP and you get an extra 100, say 200 diamonds just for subscribing again. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
what I do.
That was kind of weird,
Mm.
actually. It didn't work for me. It went negative, and it brought me back to what I already had. That didn't really
Yep.
work for me. That was kind of weird.
Mm.
So, I got the VIP, but that's all that matters, Keep going through that story. Keep grinding. 'Cause I want to read the Nanny Fair too. I need to read. Actually, I'm already reading a first kind of proposal, but still, I need to get back through that. So I think I'll restart
Mm.
that. 'Cause I want to do that through a stream. Maybe do Braidwood Manor. Uh, and there's a couple other books I'd probably be interested in reading, but so far I'm focused on the Nanny Affair and Slow Burn. Because both of them are released on a Friday now, so Friday just got even more hotter, so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah, Friday
Mm.
night, definitely. Um, yeah, first chapter was just like first chapter it's just anticipation and the plot, what is going to happen in throughout the book, and definitely we got to see some of our favorite characters, Sam, the boys, and the new one, the nanny, and then our friend. So it was a really good introduction. After a long time, we got the book, and then, like you said, can't wait for the rest of the chapters to come out every week. So we'll be waiting for Friday patiently from now on.
Yep.
I won't mind.
Oh.
I mean,
Mm.
they should be quieter, technically go a bit faster, so I guess it'll become a lot faster for me. But we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, I'll
Mm.
have to work on my other stories for now, and it just means I can get grinding.
Mhm.
Because one thing I
Yeah.
want to do is as well, I want to kind of get all the outfits as well in the stories. I kind of like them as well. Just buy all the outfits, kind of mix and match, see what you do throughout the story. Never know, and that's going to accumulate even more diamonds. So, but I'm already about, let's say 900. So I'm already about 500 plus through the Nanny Affair one. So may as well keep going.
Oh yeah, I've spent every diamond choice in that on book one. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
why I'm
think
taking my
I'm
time. I
starting to
tend
buy
to get
diamonds.
all of them. Like when you're grinding, you don't need to, because like the premium choices, like you get like I think there used to be a 15 diamonds for premium choices, but they removed it for every 5 premium choices you made. But I think, yeah, they removed it due to it, after being bought once. You don't have to buy the diamond scenes. You can just go through it regularly and get the diamonds. But I just prefer to get the diamonds. Make the story whole.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, with diamond mining, there's one thing is that, suppose that happened to me. If you're just reading a book that you don't think it's exciting and you're just playing it for diamond mining, and Choices is an app where, all the books, I haven't read all the books for sure, but I kind of know that if you start reading a book till the end, you'll be so for it that you'll be asking for more to it, or you'll be want to live, you'll want to live in that universe. Because that happened to me once or twice. I started playing a book just for diamond mining. I would just complete the chapters. I wouldn't take any diamond sins in there. I'm not attached to that. But I was just playing that, and at the end, they will give me a diamond sin that take this. I'm not playing the book seriously. Maybe I skipped some of the scenes, but I would be like, okay, now I gotta take the diamond sin because this is so important, and I'll be ending up taking the diamond sin. So that's one thing, also a problem. So you lose some diamonds instead of accumulating some.
I know. I've been guilty of that before, so you're not the only one.
Yeah, definitely not the
Mm.
only one, for sure. I have a question for both of you about the
Mm.
Nanny Affairs book too. This strong point since last year that they say with Jenny, our best friend, M's best friend in the Nanny Affair, they just mention them as our best friend. But mostly she's introduced just to give us some cloth because every time a new outfit, that's what she provides. So people are demanding because MC doesn't have a character. I'm sorry, family. So Choices did come out and said, yeah, because you can imagine, you can give them their family, or you can just imagine yourself there. So I really like that thought because if they say MC is that, so it's kind of because it's a game, interactive game you're playing, so you can imagine your MC as yourself. So opening a family and it's giving up to you that you decide who your family is. I understand that point, but the point what was Jenny is that Jenny's our best friend, so we should get to know her better, like what's
Yep.
going on with herself. But instead of she's just someone who is there just arrives to give us outfits. So what would you like to say about that?
Go on, I'll let Brandon go first.
I think, yeah, in a way, I think I don't want to say Jenny's underrated. Not like I think in terms of all the characters in the story, I think Carter is definitely underrated. Definitely
Oh
needs
yes,
he definitely needs some more. Well, we
love.
need some more scenes with him in this second book because he's a great guy. He's a great chauffeur. He's loyal, and he knows what he's doing. He knows how to look after us. He knows how to help us out of sticky situations. He helped us back in the first book when all hell broke loose. He helped us get out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though he knew about everything and he was like, this is no place for a lady. He
Yeah.
still he still thought high expectations of her, regardless of what she done. 'Cause even though overall morally it didn't seem right, but still, the main character made Sam happy. They got along. She turned the family around from what it was.
Oh
She
yeah.
made it back to what it was before Sam's previous wife died, I assume. So I think he kind of saw that, that she came on as more of like a blessing in disguise, and he took a shine to it, which is really nice to see. But
Hmm.
in terms of Jenny, I don't think. I
I
think
don't. To be honest, I don't really like her. I'm just going to put it out there.
yeah, a lot of people have been saying they don't like her. She's just a I guess in a way she just comes across as this annoying side character. I mean, she is kind of annoying in a way in the
Yeah.
first book. She gets very naggy, but she is
Hmm.
kind of she is supportive as well. But I think they should give her at least a chapter to maybe get to know her or hang out with her, to see if people change their opinions a bit. Like maybe when that drama happens, because she'll be
Hmm.
with Jordan, maybe she'll be with Jenny as well. Who knows?
Hmm.
But should be interesting to see, especially to see how things play out with Jordan, because something seems a bit iffy there.
Yeah. I think that's what I said to you last night as well. Like I said, she just seems too. There's just something about her. Just yeah, I can't exactly put my finger on it. I don't know what it is. There's just something. Like I said, I'm going to say, I was just taken aback. Like the first scene, I thought, what? I think don't let it start off like this. Like Brandon said, as if like I said to somebody else last night, I said, if we had the chance, if like I said to somebody else as well, like if we had the chance to cheat on Sam, say I said I won't be reading the book. I won't be reading the book at all. I'm sorry, but it's. But obviously, like you said, is if because you said it's a single love interest book.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I'd read it. I just, there's just something off about that, Jordan. There's just I can't put my finger on what it is.
Yeah, after going back through it a couple of times, I did notice that myself. With your minder, it's she's a bit too perfect. She's
Yep.
coming across. Some people said that she may even have ties to Robin. Like, one thing
Mm,
that kind of got me as well is in the interview she was talking about Italy, and it's like, yes, that news did get out, but still, the way she
yeah.
described it, it seemed like she knew more than what she was letting on from what the news already got out. So I'm thinking, is she for all we know, this could be a double plot. It could be someone close to Sophie and Robin. It could be, trying to
That's what I
get
said.
into our affairs. It could be anything. I mean, a lot of people are getting the idea of betrayal from her and a
Yeah,
twist.
I think so. I don't know who it is on the Facebook, Twitter who said it last night. Sorry, a placeholder. She's there. Somebody made her go there and do it. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know who it was who said it, but like I said, she just seems a bit too perfect. How did she know? How did she know? Why would she bring that up about Italy? Why would she bring that up? Why?
Yeah.
Just don't bring personal stuff into an interview. Just don't. No. Just yeah. Mm,
yeah. And like, don't get me wrong, she had some good like fallbacks in case things happen to the kids. It's like when
yep.
apart, but still, it's like there's something about her that there's more to letting on. I think we're gonna have to find that out. But the fact I don't get why we're getting the option to do mini flirts with her if like she's
I
not
know.
really interested. And we don't want well most people want to romance her, but we're not gonna get the chance. I mean,
Oh,
at best we'll probably who knows might even kiss. Like we might have a breakup with Sam. There might be a kiss or something, but there won't be anything sinister.
because that's what
Um,
Mm.
that's why I said to you last night as well, and everybody else. It's like, why would she say we deserve better than her? That's what got me thinking. There's going to be a good drama in this book. That's what really got me looking forward to it. It's like you said as well, Brandon. There's just something there's about it. I can't, like you said, put your finger on. It's actually annoying me now. I just
yeah,
want to get to the new chapter and stuff like that.
yeah. I want to see how things break out at the well now
Interview.
Dalton Russo Incorporated.
Mm.
Curious how that's gonna play because we're gonna have a run in with the Russos again. That's gonna be fun.
I
Mm.
think, to be honest as well, I was talking to somebody else about this as well. I think somebody's dad. I think it's not the MC's dad. Is it Sophia's dad? I can't
Yeah,
think. It was the. It was. I think they've got something to do with it as well. Like, there's just. I have a gut feeling about that for some reason.
yeah. I
I'm
can
just.
kind of see. I can kind of see that, but he's with his views towards women and how he presents them pretty openly.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of hard to believe, but also understandable. Might be Sophia mainly, or it might be
Mm.
Robin. But
Just.
I wonder if those two will get together actually,
I
because
Yeah.
know
they were
that.
on the fling. And it's like I do kind of like Robin. I want her in the end to like kind of rekindle what she had with Sam. Because like I said, they've been through a lot, which you saw in the recap and things. It's like I would like them to rekindle, but if they're together, I'm gonna be a little yeah, because it did say they're gonna be clashing for this, so should be
Mm.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sad. And with the new nanny, I think it could be two things. Like you're right, we are given this little, flirting options, like oh, you're cute or something. We say to them. So the most like 85% chances are that, like you said, she has been put up to this by Robin or Sophia because
Yep.
they want them to just get us in a position like oh look you love me, I love you too, and then sort of create a scandal and sort of expose our main character to Sam so that Sam can just the trust Sam has for our main character will be broken and something serious can happen. So that thing that she does know it because like you said, the things she mentions like our like Italy incident, how
Yep.
what happened there and how we felt. So because of that, the little dirty secret coming out and no one should be going through that, those kind of stuff she says and how confident she is. So it's like she has everything under wraps because everyone other all the interviewee were a little nervous or they had something peculiar about themselves, like the one with they said my wife calls me a kid and something, but she was like made for this. So I think that could be one possibility. And there's a very slick possibility that can happen is that this is genuine. The nanny,
Yep.
because and if you want to think this way, so then the thing is that uh, there was a photographer in the wedding and wedding photographer, but when this drama broke out at the last chapter of book one, when Sophia says Sam's hooking up with MC, she's cheating, and they say no, you're cheating. So when that was going on, then the photographer starts snapping photos, and she says like, well, I'm going to get more out of here than just a wedding photography. And then we also see that it is out to media, everybody knows it. Not that we can come public as a husband and wife, MC and Sam, or like a wife and wife, whatever. But still, like that dirty little secret, it was out. So she just knows it. She just follows it because we come because she is coming somewhere to get a job. So maybe she has done her research. And the thing is that she falls in love with MC genuinely, and at the end, she just needs to sacrifice herself because Sam came first to MC, and MC's heart is to Sam. Though maybe she can have some, affection toward Jordan, but she would have to give Jordan up. I don't know if you have seen To All the Boys I've Loved Before. The same thing happened with in the second book, in the second not book, the second movie series. It happened with John Ambrose. The same thing happened, sort of. So they can go for that. There's a very slick chance. The chances are that she's or they are the new nanny. They're evil character, and that's what they have some sinister plans under their sleeves. That's the that's a chance, but there's a little chance that this can also happen because there's an endless possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's.
definitely. I mean, everything's just spicing up pretty well, and I'm just really eager to see what's going on right now.
Mm. I also think when they put that chapter, that sequence at the start is a good thing because obviously I don't know how to explain it really. Like I said before, the bit where they said what was it again? Sorry, they deserve better than Sam. Sorry, it's like that's got me thinking. That line, I thought, yeah, there's something big's going to go down. Like I really hope it does, but
Yeah, with the opening and then later in the chapter about going public, I think that's gonna be mainly what it's about. I mean,
yep.
I can understand like Sam's gonna the MC is gonna feel like that Sam doesn't really want her. Like she's saying how much she cares about her and showing how much she loves her, but still not wanting to go
Mm.
public with everything. With the scandal. But it's like still, it's like, does she feel ashamed? Am I good enough for her to go public and stuff like that? I can see why the thoughts are getting a bit down under it. But like I said,
Mm.
I think that'll be a major test for them, and it'll prove that they're good for each other and that they belong together. And
Oh yeah.
especially if it opens up along with the backstory that we're wanting as well for what happened to Sam's wife, and why she doesn't like the subway, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm just
That'd
going about to
be
say.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, there's a lot of things
Yeah.
I'm waiting for as well.
Mm.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see, And I think it's only because still the company's place is open, and Sam's dad can even like reverse his decision and give it all to Robin, because if he's not happy with more media attention, that would generate this coming out public. So maybe by the end of the book it would happen, but right now it's not the right thing to do. And in this moment, like you said, using this, it can create like MC can feel, like you said, that she's not good enough and stuff, and Jordan can claw her way in there, and she can do something sinister, or she can be genuinely there beside by her, and then we'll have a
Mm.
choice, and mostly we'll be just leaving her because Sam is the one. She's always they are always the one. So
Mm.
so interesting what would happen because the thing that at the very first. At the start of the book, they show us with the nanny. At the time, we didn't know she was a nanny, but so that was the interesting thing that like
Mm.
that's what I'm thinking. That it could be really important later in the book.
Yes,
Mm.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Um, one more thing. Who is your favorite between Mickey and Mason? Who do you like more?
Ooh,
I don't have a favorite.
can't
I
say I
just
have a favorite. I mean, technically, you could say they're both favorites because they're twins, so
yep.
pretty much the same. but I
Mm.
can't say I have a favorite.
No, because
The
to be honest, this is probably from personal experience as well. I could never love one kid more than another. I'd love all my kids, and it wouldn't be any different with them too. Like I can't see why I'd like one of them more than the other. To be honest.
Yeah,
yeah, no.
understandable. Yeah, fair. That's fair. That's
Mm.
only
Well,
fair. Yeah.
yeah, one thing as well is there's a thing on Instagram. I can't remember who what profile's doing it. They're doing like a little games competition of all the stories of siblings that are not related to the main character. And so far in the final is the Nanny affair, Mickey and Mason, two open heart ones, and I think two royal romance ones. So, but I think the Nanny affair is gonna win that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
they're the best. With the every naughty thing they bring to the table, and then the innocence also the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like some of the new scenes they brought out as well. Like a lot of people are actually saying the new bedroom scene, like because that's now Sam's bedroom that we haven't technically seen yet in the bathroom. People are saying that's more like a downgrade, but I don't really think so. I think in terms of the rooms, MC's old room that just seems more like a fancy room, but more like showing off riches, but not really sharing it with anybody. And Sam's room being more intimate, for a couple, for people who genuinely are together. So personally, I think the new room's a bit better
Oh
if you
yeah.
look at the overall standpoint. The bathroom's really nice as well. But yeah, I think in terms of rooms, I prefer the new room that they're sharing because it gives off a more family, more caring, loving vibe than the last one. The last
Oh
one
yeah.
just gave off kind of a bit. Can't explain it. Gave off more of a solo vibe, more of a feeling of aloneness.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Yeah, it's the room is nice. I think they haven't shown us much in the first chapter, but when you get a scene or something in that room, we would explore more, I guess.
Well, I mean, we didn't know there was a private elevator straight up to the
Yeah,
penthouse. So that was
No.
interesting to see.
Yeah, it was.
it was a
Mm.
nice scene. That's for sure. Yeah. And in the next chapter, I think they talk about this school. The boys are going to go back to school, so there'll be some drama. I don't know if you have seen, but Choices did release some of the friends of Mickey Mason they're going to make. So
Yeah.
one is boy and two other girls, I think. So it would be interesting. And
Mm.
there are going to be some dramas related to their parents because they're going to have some reach crappy talks, as they explain in the blog post. It'd be interesting to see what happens, and then the meeting with the Dalton Russo Enterprise. What's going to
Mm.
happen there? And maybe the evil power couple, Sophia and Robin. We're going to see them there. It'd be interesting.
Mm. Like I think it was Sam who said it. No, the main character who said it. Like, why would they want us there?
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, why would main character would be there, right?
the only reason I can really think of that is because when you go back to the first book, they were talking about on the plane, why what about me? Why wouldn't your father want me to be with me? And if you play your options right, he's like he has considered it, so it's not like he doesn't like you as not only a partner but to work in the industry. I mean, you proved yourself throughout the full book, keeping up with the Daltons, your mind. So I think I can see that's why he wants you there. Maybe that's his way of slowly accepting you into the family and being a part of it because in on the hindsight she has a master's degree in chemistry. She brings a lot to the table. She convinced two shareholders in the gala to to join the Daltons. She convinced the guy to actually come on board. She convinced can't remember what her name was, but to not, sell stock and ruin the Daltons, and they were really impressed by that, because all they saw was a nanny. They didn't know about all she had to offer. So I can probably see that's them just warming up to her, wanting her to
Mm.
become part because maybe they can see some potential she has.
Mm. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I agree with that. And maybe they would be just like, okay, finally, Sam's dad, because Sophia's dad is the evil one. Sam's dad, he does have some, reservation for Sam and what would be the best for the company, but he's not like that evil. That when something has happened, that Sam has left Sophia and Sam is with someone, maybe they'll be like, okay, I'm gonna give you one option that because Sam does say in this chapter that the Sam's dad isn't happy with either Sam or Robin, so he's unhappy with both of them. So she can say, all right. So if Robin is with Sophia and Sam with MC, because in the trailer they show us this, this two couple battles. So on one hand we have this evil power couple Sophia and Robin, and on the other hand Sam and MC. So they can say they can give us some task or something like whoever does it first or something, and that would continue for rest of his few chapters, that he's gonna get the control of the company, and then it can continue like in Laws of Attraction. Something we see like there's a competition going on between both the power couples, and it would be interesting to see what happens. Why is this
Oh, yeah.
meeting?
Mm. Yeah, I think I've got no to add on that, to be honest. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's more or less everything, and I just have to wait to see until next week.
Mm. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm quite looking forward to what is it, Slow Burn next week, because I liked the fact that we actually got to give Zara a piece of our mind for once. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah, I mean,
I've been, yeah, that was such a good scene. That's like the only other book I've really been interested in since Laws of
mm,
Attraction was on hiatus now, and with the Nanny Fair 2 coming out. So those are the only two books I'm probably gonna be reading for now.
mm. To be honest, I'm not really sold on Slow Burn yet. I think my reasoning for that is because I didn't like how Yvette, I think it is, yeah, blamed us for going against her. When for one, I never once went against her, and the main character is made out to think he actually did when I didn't. That's what annoyed me the most. It's like we never actually got a chance to get through to her to tell her because she just ran off, and it's like it. I didn't get why she had to go at us for doing it when we didn't do it in the first place. Like that's what's annoyed me about that book so far.
Yeah, I can understand why in a sense.
Mm,
You know, she's been she's had the hardships going through the years of her fiance cheating on her career, trying to get messed up because of her rival and stuff. But
mm,
it is interesting to see. Um, and it's nice to see her like she is coming around. She's slowly opening up, which is good. So that's about it. But one thing I've always loved Slowburn for is just how deep it is with its travel and like the talk of food. And those are two really good things
mm.
that just really make it great. Beside the love interests, which are really good. 'Cause I like both love interests, and I still can't choose between them.
Julia, I think it is. I prefer her to Yvette, to be honest. I mean, I have nothing. I mean, that's the only reason I generally don't like her. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. Like I didn't once try to go against her, but I think what annoyed me as well is the main character was made out to think he actually did, like he because of me. Well, man, like why was I actually made to? I didn't even get a choice to say, "Oh, I didn't mean to sabotage you," or you know what I mean. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. That's one thing that's annoyed me about that character so far. So she didn't even get us a chance to explain ourselves. It's that's that's all I have to add on that. Hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Like what is it? I think it's Queen Bee. I can't stand that book one bit. Like I know a lot of people are going to hate me for saying this, sorry, but I don't like Zoe. Don't like her one bit. I I don't know about you two, but Zoe, this is going to go out, and I don't care if I get hate because it's my opinion. Like you, everybody else has said to me, and like you will probably know. My opinion is I do not like Zoe. I don't know what her problem is. I'm sorry, but no.
I think it's just trying to
I,
stick on the typical cliche bratty schoolgirl
yeah,
that is
it's
blindsided
like
by an ego.
it's like don't go accusing me of going to a party when you made us go to the party in the first place. You wanted to help us beat Poppy, and then she said after we're more bothered about the leaderboard than her. Well, sorry, excuse me. You were the one who wanted to help us get up there, so don't go throwing that accusation around. Don't go. I chose a good girl route, but it's like, why accuse me? I never wanted to go to the party in the first place, so why should I have to suffer for something I didn't do? It's like, don't. It's yeah. It's just like I said, Zoe and you've probably my two most hated people in the app, love interests. So yeah. I know that's not going to make some people happy, like you, Brandon, with your bet, but like I said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you know,
Yeah, I understand people's opinions. Like I'll still stick by my own, but I also respect other people's. It's
yep,
only natural, you know.
yep,
People don't
yeah,
like it. I don't know, you just find people who like it, and you can still respect people who are like
mm,
friends, you know. It's just the point.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Mm,
With Zoe, I kind of
mm,
also she was at first like this Jenny like character, providing us outfit and giving us some, advice how to defeat Poppy. And then suddenly, I don't remember the exact chapter, but at some point she got elevated. Like we can flirt with her, we can have intimate
mm,
moments with her, and then I think
yep.
that's in happen when something terrible happens to her, and then she misunderstands her because she thinks like we were becoming Poppy. She tells at every point, and then she says like
Oh, it's all.
we let like she Poppy exposes her like she
Yeah,
once
no,
was involved with a shoplifting or something, right?
yeah, I think it was, yeah, and like to add on that as well, it's like she moaned in that scene after. I can't remember if it was the same chapter it happened or the chapter after at the start of that chapter. She said we cared more about that. It's like don't be a two-faced person because you were the one who helped us get up there. You were the one who wanted to get us up there. So don't go saying it's our fault and we put that first. Because didn't she say after as well she wanted to help us beat Poppy? After she said she didn't want, she would care more about the leaderboards. It's like, well, come on. It's
Yeah,
just I don't like Zoe one bit. I know it's going to be controversial, but I don't care. Like
yeah.
everybody's entitled to their own opinions.
Yeah. Actually, I think the story kind of resonated that thing that we becoming Queen Bee and we becoming Poppy like character because at the end, after the ceremony, the professor also runs away because Poppy says, "Wow, you now acting like me too." Look, the professor. Then we have this fight with Poppy in the shower and sorry, not shower,
No.
the fountain
Yeah.
in the quad, I think. And so that was one thing. But
Mm.
yeah, personally for me, I took some scenes with Zoe, but I was not really emotionally attached because
Mm.
I also thought maybe Zoe is going to backstab us at some point because it was kind of suspicious why Zoe would be helping us that much. Maybe
Yeah,
she,
exactly.
yeah, so but that didn't happen. She was promoted as a love interest, but I always, I felt
Oh
like
yeah,
it was one love interest with Professor and our main character. So I was into Professor, so I kind of pursued her whenever
mm.
in any love interest scene. So yeah,
And I mean, to be honest, this you probably a lot of people laughed at this because I thought I was joking. I said I would not read Queen Bee to if Poppy become a love interest. I do not care. I will not read that book one bit. I don't even know why people want her as a love interest. Why? Oh, because she's pretty. Yeah. Apart from that, what's so good about her?
yeah. I mean,
Exactly.
that book was a wild book because the amount of we get a threesome, we get some other hookup scenes, and we even get a hookup scene with Poppy. Even what I was really laughing about at the end when we defeat Poppy, destroy Poppy, then we come back to the quad. I think then we were talking about Poppy. We're arguing with Poppy, and then we're literally fighting. We're literally scratching each other's faces, and we drop
I
to the
know.
fountain. And then we are given this option what we can do. Should I slap Poppy or kiss Poppy? I was like, really? I mean,
I mean, to be honest, something else I'm guilty of as well. I don't know what you two picked, but I picked the good girl route all for all the book. But the chance I got to rip Poppy apart, not in that way. Sorry, that came out wrong. Rip Poppy apart about her family. I thought I did that 100%. I didn't care one bit. I mean, every chance I got to be angry at Poppy, I did 100%. I can't stand her like one bit. I mean, what's so good about her character? What about that people? I think the people who actually like her miss out on is what about that missing person? Didn't she poison somebody? If I'm correct, nearly killing them. If I'm not wrong. Like she's so narcissistical. She don't care about anything. She only cares about herself. Like, I mean, what annoys me as well is I asked people. I genuinely asked somebody once what the reason was they like to fall. She said she's pretty. I thought,
Yeah.
are you joking? I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's just not right. I get Becca got one, but when the story developed, she actually genuinely regretted the actions, and you actually got to romance her, which that saw a totally different side to her. But I don't understand why people want Poppy as a love interest, and like, you know,
Mm. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, yeah.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah, that was like the pretty. That's why, like, a lot of people even liked Poppy the way her character model was, and that's why they give a hookup scene with Poppy too in chapter 6 or something. So yeah, that was the sole reason. People liked Poppy a lot.
mm. And it, but I mean as well, like not about Poppy, but about Queen Bee. The ending, I don't know. I'd be honest, I don't think it's Benji who actually leaked the photos. I don't know why, but I don't think it. I think it is him. Sorry, but he's working with somebody else, but I can't figure out who it is. You know, as well. That's
I don't think like Benji would be, like the main villain in the next
no,
book
no,
because
no,
he doesn't have that much potential. Yeah, he can
no.
just wreak havoc for just one chapter, two chapter, like play a
Yep,
short cameo, say, "Oh, I'm
yep,
gonna make all heavens lose" or something.
yeah.
But he's not the one who's gonna dominate. So it can be completely a completely new someone because they say someone is not happy about you being Queen Bee, so we'll have to see
Mm.
who it is.
I don't know why, but it's either is it Professor Einer's ex, I think it is, or no, the one who literally like
Yeah,
fancies the.
yeah,
I think she's got something to do with it. But would
but
she be
she,
that? But would
yeah,
she be that bright enough to even do that to
yeah,
leak the photos? Like
yeah,
she's working
yeah.
with somebody.
She's like she's represented as like a like she would do anything on her impulse. Like maybe you're sitting next to her, she would just spill a coffee or juice on your dress to, oh
Mm.
look. But she can like plan everything and be like the mastermind behind everything to make like that's some serious plan that Poppy can do. She did, but now Poppy, I don't think she would be the villain again. Would have to see, but it's someone new who maybe, I think one's name was mentioned who was there before Poppy, and Poppy does something horrible to them, and then they get they do something with themselves and they just get disappeared from the whole college. So
Yep.
maybe they think like since there's a new Queen Bee, we can become the same, and they now want to stop us and take revenge, or maybe she just hates this competition leaderboard because it just destroys lives in there. And so that
Yep.
can be something. So we'll have to see what happens.
I know. I mean, I'm generally not looking forward to it if I'm honest as well. So yeah, I've got no more to add on that to be honest, because I'll only get more angry about it. Let's say so, and we want to keep it peaceful and quiet and
Yeah, and
positive.
also
You know.
Brandon hasn't read it yet, so we don't want to spoil it for him.
No, let's say like I mean, obviously, I feel sorry for what I've just been going through, being angry and stuff like that. But I just want to get that out of my system. So
That's fun.
you know, I
Yeah.
just mm,
Yeah, but with Poppy, I'm not going to say the whole thing because Brandon hasn't read it yet. But I think a lot of people could have a soft point for her because you play the diamonds and you see this is Poppy and his father. That thing actually, Poppy hates Pierce for the same reasons she does herself to the friends in the college. So that's kind of hypocritical of her. But she does have a soft point, to her this family thing. I'm not going to say what family thing, spoiler free. So, but still, that thing that's just the one positive thing about Poppy, I think. But what she does at college and how she operates, it's horrible.
yep. I mean, that's obviously my reasonings as well for hating her. So mm,
Yeah, she's one of the best antagonists too. I mean, really
yeah,
one of the best.
yeah. The way you can like, I'm not gonna. How do I say this without spoiling anything? The way you can talk to her when you want to. Oh, that diamond scene where you get to, um, which one at the start of the book where you get to take her down, but she can still, no matter what you say to her, she's not affected. She just doesn't care, like you said. She just yeah. Hmm. Like I said though, before going to something else, I just don't
I
like
mean,
Poppy at
yeah.
all.
by the end, I think we get her under control, and we can just get under her skin with our words. But
Yeah.
in chapter 6, chapter 5, the way I do understand, like the way she talks, just like, hey, firms fail, like just bringing back our like this Midwestern heritage and stuff. So that was horrible, really horrible. But yeah. And I think the only point where we didn't hit her was the part when the hookup scene and the end scene. So that was the only part, but she was not a villain. I mean, not with
Mm,
sinister plans.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's all I've got to say on that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, that's
mm.
true. And slow burn is slowly burning up again. So I think it's 16 chapters where it's gonna end. But how's it looking so far?
I mean, I'll let Brandon talk about that. Actually, sorry.
Yes, no, it's supposed to be pretty good. I mean, we've got with what's coming up with the I guess the final gonna be like the the showdown with Antoine that Yvette's gonna do, and that's gonna be like maybe the end of it. Maybe another chapter after to maybe seal a deal with one of the allies to go forth on an ending. Maybe hint at a sequel. There could be
I know.
possibility.
I think as well. Sorry, if you want me to add, I will add. At the
Yeah,
end of the chapter, I did say we've still got two things to add to the recipe. So that's why I'm thinking we might either get another book or it might be longer than 16 chapters.
I think
So,
they'll finish this book and then we'll go on a sequel for another book.
I really hope we do get a new book. To be honest, for that. But yeah, I'll let you carry on.
The story, but the stuff for the story's been really good, and
Yep.
I'm really just itching to see how itching to see how it plays out, can't speak.
Mm. I,
But
I mean,
it's
like
supposed to go well.
I think as well, what made me like it so much is probably because you can tell there's a difference between the VIP books and the normal books, like the ones that are not VIP. The quality and the thought what goes into them. So, like slow burn is I've actually, like I said, it's slow burns up there so far with one of my favorite books, mainly because of
Yeah,
the love interest. But
yeah. They do a lot with the VIP books, like mainly just the top two being AVSP and Slowburn, I think.
mm,
Mismatch is I think supposed to be okay, but I'm more for the other two. And
mm.
then outside of the originals, the Nanny affair being the main one. The It Lives anthology. That's supposed
Oh,
to be good.
that series. I'm sorry, like I said, obviously I'm new to this podcast, so it's. I just want to get my opinions across so everybody knows.
Fine.
It Lives is probably one of the best books. Honestly, though, It Lives is my favorite book, along with Braidwood Manor. Honestly, my favorite books. Like the way It Lives Beneath. Yes, sorry, that ended, and it's like you're gonna probably laugh at this. I genuinely nearly cried when we didn't get a book free, and like that. It's I don't know why I didn't get a book free.
Well,
Yeah,
it
Like,
did
makes it
you
feel any
hear?
better.
Yeah, did you hear about that? It Lives project. They're sort of coming with a book
yeah,
three.
I heard
It's not
about that.
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That did cheer me up a little bit, but like you say, it did make me cry a little bit because it was like that book I read through times where it was hard for me, and that was the book I was reading at the time. So do you know what I mean? That book cheered me up. Like I just loved the artwork in that book for some of the creatures and stuff like that. It was just yeah, like I said, it's one of the best books out there, in my opinion. That is. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see how the project comes out because a bunch of people have been looking at the trails and apparently looks really good.
Mm.
So I'm eager to see how that plays out.
As well, talking about projects and stuff like that. What's this new project? Is it Pixelberry going through? Like they announced they needed new
No,
leads or something?
it's a fanfic being made by a group of people who put together. They're actually really skilled. They called it It Lives Within. It's going to be on. I can't remember what platform it's going to be on.
Yeah, it's something itch.io or something. They would be
Yeah,
telling that on Reddit.
yeah, and I think depending on how that story goes, there's the possibility that Pixelberry could maybe officiate it, bring it into the story, which I think would be kind of interesting to see.
Yeah,
But we'll have to wait and see for that.
Mm.
definitely.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I mean, writers from all over the world are joining. I think one is from Indonesia, I think, or there's a no, no, no. I think Indonesia, and the other one is from Greece, and one from United States. And the one who is from Greece, I think it's she. I think, and she has added. She's the main mastermind behind this. Like she does the bulk of writing and adding ideas. So mainly three, but there are more. But the three writers and programmer.
This is for the It Lives project, isn't it? Sorry, we're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it
No,
lives within, I think. So, yeah.
didn't Pixelberry also announce something about them making another one, like an unannounced project or something?
Not
Uh,
to my knowledge, I don't believe. Oh,
Do you know what? Do you know what I mean? It's I can't. It's like,
I think I something. Can't remember off the top of my head though. I'll have to have a look again.
because I think
Mhm.
they announced that they needed new, like an unannounced like next gen projects or something. Like I might be waffling here, but I generally like there is an unannounced secret project or something, like doing or something. Yeah, I might be waffling, but you know.
No,
Mm.
I think I haven't heard it either. Maybe I sometimes I'm not all the times on all the socials because Pixelberry sometimes release something on the Twitters, then that thing they don't release on Instagram. So I'm most on Instagram and sometimes on Twitter, like the top tweets I see, so, because that's how the Twitter app operates. But I think I've missed it probably if they even said it.
I'll see if I can get it up now. But yeah, I mean, with the VIP books, like I was getting onto at first, like there's a clear difference in the quality.
Hmm. And did you know Queen Bee was a VIP book? Then they finally released it for the general public at the end moment. I don't know what they're thinking, but they did it.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, that's kind of a good thing, you know. You got you start with the VIP books, then bring them into the original part. It can change some things up.
Yeah. But I wish we did have more VIP books. Like I get that we get the unlimited diamonds and stuff like that, but what VIP books we got at the moment? I actually can't think. Slow burn. I actually can't think of what other VIP books we have, to be honest.
Yeah, are you
We have
talking about
oh,
Shipwrecked?
oh shit,
Oh,
that's the
sorry,
new
yes, yeah, sorry,
that's
I've heard about that.
that's the new VIP book coming out. Yeah, it's
There's already been. I saw some somebody said on Twitter, "Oh, it's just going to be a rip-off of Endless Summer." I thought, "Oh God, don't sell before you've even bloody read it. Like, don't.
yeah.
Not
They
even."
just said there was sorry, I think they said there was some worries about gender customizable thingy, but they did confirm that they're going to be gender customizable either MC or allies.
Oh, I know. I mean, getting onto the genders and that, like, obviously, as a male who's straight as well, it's the amount of times I've seen a book what shouldn't be gender locked. It's one of my biggest pet peeves. You know, it's I don't know what book it was, but I don't know why that book was gender locked at all. I think it was Rising Tides.
Yeah,
Oh no, I think
I don't
we
even know why that had to be gender locked.
oh no, I'm
Like,
talking. Oh no, we were talking about that. That was we were talking about the laws of attraction, ally, gender locked. That's what we were talking about.
yeah,
oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, yes. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, with
Gabe.
yeah, for
yeah,
like
yeah.
forcing them onto Gabe, and it's like forcing
Oh
it's
yeah, I've seen that.
it's
Sorry,
a bit stupid.
it's
It's a bit stupid, really. I mean, yeah, we've got Aslin, but yeah, and you can have her as an ally, but that's more slow. And Gabe's just like full on coming on to you and
like,
stuff. It's
why
just
would you ask? Is it? I don't know what it was. Didn't he ask us on a date or said he flirting with us in front of the colleagues?
yeah,
Like,
they had like
like,
to go see someone, but they had to cancel, so they just thought, why not?
hmm. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, just somebody else on Twitter who loves Gabe. Well, I'm not saying who it is, but I don't see the point with him. All this electricity. It's like, you know, it's just they never put that much thought into a female love interest, do they? No, they don't.
Yeah. I think Choices came out with a blog post. They said about the representation of gender customizable and more race customizable, and well, people are from more ethnicity. I mean, allies and MC representing them, mainly ally and characters, not MC because MC like you can choose it. So they said, some like the laws of attraction and other books they released so far, they were already planned before the incident of June last year when they made the promise to represent sort of more races, more genders. Now, so they say books that
Sorry,
will be
sorry, sorry,
released.
sorry. Before you go on, I wasn't actually laughing at the way the gender, the races are wrote. I was just laughing at the fact that they said, "Oh yeah, we did it before the blog post." I don't think I believe that. No, I'm sorry, but no. I don't believe
Yeah, I
that
mean,
one bit.
they've been saying this for a long time that they will give us more gender customizable MCs and gender customizable love interests. But they do say like books releasing later this year will have more, equal time, equal game time for all love interests.
Wow.
So it would be a great thing to see if that happens because clearly right now that is not the case for a lot of books except Slow Burn. But we'll have to see
No,
that.
I think as well. I forgot what I was going to say. I'll let Brandon add on that. Sorry, I forgot what we were going to say then. Hmm.
Yeah, just it's just annoying to see how like we're opening up
Like,
into more, like they're going into the future, and it could do with being that more diverse. Like yeah, I say some gender lot stuff at the start to kind of open
I
up
mean,
on small stories would be good, but on the bigger stories, make sure I keep it fully open for them.
Mm.
as well with that as well. I mean, with Ethan Hart as well. And sorry, I didn't actually say that wrong. Ethan Hart, like that. I honestly think, along with Chris from the Freshman, he's one of the most forced love interests in the book in the app. 100%. It's like, why are we his mentor? Why was we his mentor? Sorry, like, where was everybody else? Where was Ethan when we needed somebody? No, we always had to go to Ethan to see who was all right. Man, like, I don't get what, like, it's. I think it was. Is it book 2? What was so Ethan forced? And something about they had to rewrite it or something.
I think it might
Yeah,
have
I
been.
think that's book three.
Book 3, I can't remember, but honestly, I think
Yeah,
book
book
1
two.
was the best book.
Could be.
But like I said, along with Chris from the Freshman, I can't stand Ethan. Not one bit.
Yeah. I just the point why like Ethan is like sort of I think it's supposed to be just a one love interest book, this open heart book, and where Ethan is like it's just a mentor mentee relationship that we have with Ethan, and just
Yeah.
in more way than just one, because it's just not a normal mentor mentee relationship, but we fall for Ethan and how we explore. So Ethan is the center of the heart of the whole story, so that's the right point. But I think it was in the early days. But otherwise, if they had made, but at least like they went for Jackie and other romance options. But I think what they should have done, if only they had made Ethan a gender customizable love interest, if not race, that would have been super awesome, I think.
Mm,
Definitely.
mm,
That would have made more sense, and it would have worked out well with even one love interest book, because definitely, I mean, the characters like Raphael, I love Raphael and other characters, but like the Ethan, he has a big impact, and the story kind of revolves around them. So some little changes would have made this more popular, and people would have liked this way better. A lot of people, because they would be dating. They could have Ethan as a love interest, depending on if all races are available, all genders are
mm.
available. That would be awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have bothered affected me as much as I hate him. I don't think it would have affected me as much if it was customizable. But the fact that it wasn't customizable made me hate that book so much. It seems a
Yeah.
bit petty, but like just little tweaks and niggles, it's just annoying. But like everybody else says, it's clear who they are targeting the app towards. I'm not going to say anything because I'm not a horrible person, but you can probably guess who they cater towards,
Yeah.
like who the app's for. So
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so I can understand, like it was in the old days
yep,
specifically,
yep,
and since they're, making changes, they're making promises and sort of fulfilling them even, and long-term changes. That's what I liked about this, because, when this sort of this Black Lives Matter happened, they didn't was like, hey, let's post, like, yeah, I mean, they're different ways. As a person, you can do that, but as an agency, as a institution, I think what they did as a company, that was great. So it was not like, hey, so this is this matters, this that, and then let's just forget about about it after for some months, and they were not like. So they said we will implement changes, and they're working on that. They're representing like sort of the covers outside, and the things they didn't do with Open Heart and other books. I don't think Gabe would have been gender custom as a love interest either, if in some incident didn't take place. Probably, perhaps, I don't know, but could be the case. And so I think it's a good thing. And also in My Two First Loves, they even sort of represent want police brutality. So I think that's a good change, because they're sort of changing the way we read, like implementing
Yeah.
there in a good way. So I think they're implementing long-term change instead of just going full on like, hey, so this is trending, let's put some tweets there. And I like that about choices so far. It's looking good. It just they need to carry on down this path.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to have to choose my words carefully here before we're going to talk about something else. How would I explain this? All because you cater to a certain specific audience doesn't mean you have to forget about the minority. You don't have to. Sorry, we don't have to forget about everything else. I mean, I'm just going to put it out there. They really cater towards single straight women. As much as I don't want to say that, they always do. With like how Force say Ethan was and Gabe is, they always cater towards that audience. But does that
Yeah,
not? That doesn't necessarily mean they have to forget about everybody else.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I mean,
there's some good love interests, but just given we need to have a choice. These app is called choices. Sometimes we don't even get a choice to. It's annoying. It really is.
yeah. I 100% agree with that. Brendan would know a very scandalous proposal. We see this, the royal family, they just say, well, an American reporter, wow, and working woman in our royal family, that hasn't ever happened before. Like everyone is like stinking their noses. Oh, wow, yeah, it can happen. But if you choose your female love interest, Ava, then she's female and she literally is going to work for the whole manor, the whole thing, and she's going to get the whole thing down to her. So but if you play with a male love interest, then it makes more sense, because they can stand a woman working, so how they can see a woman getting the throne next over Hugo, who is maybe distant relative, but a man, and who is already a douchebag. So yeah. And he doesn't say, even he says, well, a working woman, but he just opposes Ava, because he thinks, oh, look, you're not just eligible for this and stuff like that, but not bringing sexist terms. So you can see that
Mm,
also. I felt like it would make more sense if you play with a male love interest.
mm, mm. I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
but I mean, as well, on the very scandalous proposal. I mean, I generally don't like that book. To be honest, I don't know why. It's just the way Pixelberry interpreted England. I mean, obviously, being from here as well, it's making me angry a bit more. But obviously, the way they interpreted England was genuinely. Don't know why I feel like this diabolical. I don't go out every day and hear someone say bloody or toffee. I don't have one friend who calls me toffee. That's what like
Yeah, tough.
I don't know
It's
if
supposed
you,
to be the nickname, I think.
toffee,
But yeah.
toffee. Oh, get over it, you weirdo. Sorry, but I had to say that. Don't call
Yeah.
me toffee. Like
And
no,
I think they picked it up. I think this guy, his friend. Oh, I can't even remember now his friend's name. Nige. So I think,
Nigel.
yeah. So he went into American college. So there he picked up this calling short names in that particular college. I think. I think that's how it went down. I don't know, but I think.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, and I think yeah, the way they represent England, I think they represent the upper crust, sort of like how they behave and sort of how they treat this,
Yeah.
like who don't belong there. So yeah, so that was one representation, but I think in particular way, yeah, that was kind of really progressive.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no more to add on that as well, to be honest. So yeah.
No, I got
Yeah.
nothing.
But the storyline is like I'm all for it. Like you
Oh
just
yeah,
get into a
yeah, yeah.
relationship for one agreement, and then they just how you fall for real. That's just worth reading.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, there's another book like that as well. It's good, well written, but I'm not going to say what book it is because I will get attacked. I will get cancel cultured. I'm not saying what it is, but you can probably guess what it is, but I'm not saying. So yeah, we'll have to move on to something
Uncharted?
else. Yes. If you
Which
want me
one? I
to say,
don't have
do
any idea.
you want me to tell what book it is?
Foreign Affairs. Baby Bump.
With Every Heartbeat. I do not like that book. I'm sorry. Don't like that book one bit.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to get
Yeah,
attacked for that, but
yeah, people have their own opinions.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. For With Every Heartbeat is a book that I wouldn't read for the second time because, yeah, the first chapter I would read again and again, but that's where I would just start it back because once you know what's gonna happen, then I don't think like you can read again. I mean, it's just horrible. Is
I,
to go like again. Yeah, I
I
can see
know.
that.
I think before I shut up, so somebody else, so Brandon can speak now. Sorry, I mean, I think what else annoyed me about that book is you knew what was going to happen, but apart from what happened at the end, what's so good about that book? Um, Let me think. Nothing. Like, I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. It's
Yeah,
well written in a sense, but if you knew what was going to happen, like it. But when people say it's one of the best books out there, I have to say a hard pass.
yeah.
But I mean,
And
like you said, when you know what's going to happen,
hmm.
it's like it's
Yeah, yeah, I see. I talked about this in that in another episode, I think. But like I said, I think what went wrong with this release, I think the story, there's nothing wrong, but because this came out in the VIP and all the 15 chapters were there, and you sort of read the genre, what is tragedy, and you read the chapter description, to all the way to the 16th chapter. You know what kind of happens, and it was not available to a lot of people. Only few people accessed VIP at that time, and then there were playthroughs on YouTube. People didn't know when this book was going to come out, so they went to YouTube to watch the playthroughs, and they watched the book there, and they knew what is going to happen. Everybody knows, like it's like the Fault in Our Stars movie, so everybody
yep,
sort of
yep,
knew that. Now, when this book came out, now what happened? You already know what's going to happen, and even if you
yep,
didn't watch the playthrough, sort of the settings, you know what's going to happen, and then you sort of playing the whole things. It's just
nothing.
you know what's going to happen, to avoid the inevitable, so you feel helpless there. But if this book was like a daily releasing book, like only one chapter description each week you get, so by the end, I pretty much believe everyone would have like, oh, Dakota is saved, Dakota is saved, we have finally saved Dakota, because no one would be hoping for this bad ending, and then boom, the final saying maybe we're gonna save Dakota, but Dakota will die, and that would have been, even drastic for people. Like that would have hit harder, I think, and it would have been way emotional and better. But I think just the release, it rigged it, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, before I shut up, so Brandon can actually speak. I
Yeah.
mean, as well, what yeah, you said what gave it away? Tragedy. Like, what
Yeah,
else? What else do you need to know about what's going to happen? I mean, you knew from what happened. I mean, what gave it away is what I didn't like it as well. Is the way it was done. Do you know what I mean? How would they explain it? It's like you knew from chapter one, even if you didn't read the playthroughs, you knew what was going to happen. But that's what's. I mean, did I cry a little bit? I'm not going to lie. Yes, I did. But after reading it again and again, I thought, well,
yeah,
how didn't I realize that's what was going to happen?
mm,
It's yeah,
yeah. Fighting for the inevitable. Yeah, I
yeah.
get that.
I mean, yeah. I think the word I'm looking for as well is cliche. It's too cliche, like somebody said on Reddit. Like I read as well. It's yeah, yeah. I think I've got no else to add now about that.
Yeah, Brandon, anything to add?
No, I got nothing.
Yeah. So Brennan hasn't read it yet, so we hope that we didn't it spoil much for you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
that's why I said that what happened at the end. What happened at the end? I didn't want to spoil it, So yeah,
Yeah, but it's kind of obvious,
yeah,
like
it is. It is. Like before you even read before you started book, it's tragedy. It's like, come on, like
yeah, it's just yeah. But the music is super awesome. I hope they, take this music and some other books too.
I mean, as well, to go on to a different conversation, I don't know what do you would you prefer playing with or without music?
Oh,
I'd
of course,
love
music. I
like
mean, without music, the books wouldn't be the books. Yeah.
exactly like Braidwood Manor music. I think Brendan will
Oh,
probably said it as well. Loved the music for that book, and it lives 100%. Loved the music.
Oh yeah, definitely
Oh,
the right amount of like, like tension, and then just the
yep,
like going on calm, and it was a really good game. Really good game, really good book.
yeah. I think one of my favorite chapters in that book. I don't know about you, the one where where the mum came out of that thing and she went to go for that. I forgot whose throat it was, and that scene was my favorite scene. All the choices, the music, the suspense. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Where he
Like,
that literally,
like everything starts shaking and sort of like that, right?
I know where he where we were saying about we're not spoiling it. Where we were saying we were sorry what we
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
and then that person came out, and then the suspense that literally that is my favorite scene in the whole of choices. That's that sorry not scene that chapter without a doubt.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And
great.
that's what like a lot of people said. That's what makes choices choices as well. The music,
Yeah.
like yeah, the music is what makes it 100%.
Mm, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, Brendan had an idea also, like, make it more immersive, like choices can do in future, sort of make it 3D, like you just can, with the music there, and if you can just like sort of in a 3D, like you play those
Virtual
baseball
reality.
games and something wearing the 3D eyesight. So if you're gonna play the stories in future, you'd be so immersive, you get lost in one of those worlds. Also, who knows?
Yeah,
mm.
virtual reality. And with how advanced it's getting, they could definitely make it much more enjoyable.
Hmm.
I think before like I don't one question what I wanted to ask before to somebody, but I didn't dare ask. I mean, I don't know about you two, but what book would you say the most would make it a good book, a good series, a good TV series, or a movie?
Hmm.
Brendan, go first.
I know. I don't know why I want to ask that, to be honest, but
That's I can't think of off the top of my head. For TV series, I think of
mm,
drama. I guess Queen Bee, I guess, could be a
yeah,
TV series. A lot of drama in that back and forth, and it goes back to one of the TV genres I did when I was doing an old course. It would go back to more or less the same thing. Because like they have those TV shows where basically The Simpsons, Family Guy, something
yeah,
happens, but it doesn't really change anything. It goes back to
yeah,
where it was at the point of the day, or
yep,
in the days where it was. It goes back to the same thing. So I'd say Queen Bee probably, considering how
mm,
much drama that has, and
Mm.
oh yeah.
yeah, definitely I'd say that.
Mm.
What about you, Mac?
I mean, to be honest, as well, somebody else said this. Dead. I mean, there's one what I want another one to be by, but it's not. But I think it already is. Don't know if you've ever heard of a show called Dead by Summer. I probably haven't.
What is it again?
Ba- Dead by Summer.
Oh, well, no, haven't heard it.
Yeah, I've not know.
Um, no, but I'll go on to another. Like the book, it's supposed to be based on is It Lives, and I want It Lives to be like a series or a movie. That is one a lot of people have said as well. But mine would be, yeah, like you said as well. I think the TV series probably Queen Bee, and the movie I'd have is probably It Lives, 100%. Like,
For me, I think I don't know if you have read this book, but Endless Summer. If they can make a TV series out of Endless Summer, it would be awesome. And then, of course, there is good old High School Story and America's Most Eligible. Pretty good, TV show material. It'll
yeah.
be good.
Mm. I mean, obviously, I think the way you've worded that, you'll quite like Endless Summer.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything then. But yeah,
Yeah, I
think,
think if it these days the artwork would have been way better. Just
yep,
bit of a surprise.
100%. So yeah, I think, yeah, got no more to add, is that?
That's
Mm.
that. So, for It Lives, which book you like the most? Book one or book two?
I think I don't know if Brandon's
I
wrote
haven't read.
wrote. Sorry, yeah. I think I'll let Brandon answer that one first.
Yeah, he
Um,
lived the book.
yeah, uh, that's a tough one. The first one was pretty good. It definitely dived on more of the friendships into
Yeah,
the group, more intimacy, not much love interest. 'Cause like as I've said before in previous things, it had more of a 60-40 on the plot to the love interest, which was a bit, but still kind of good. Plot was good, but I think I'll have to go with the second one, It Lives Beneath.
yeah,
I I kind of prefer the characters a bit more in that one. Don't get me wrong, I still like the OG group, but the
yeah,
new characters just it brought like a new set of life and a lot bit more diversity as opposed to the original ones, and just the action scenes and the twists
yeah.
were so much more enticing in the second book. That's I think I prefer that one.
I think I prefer book two as well, just because, like you said, I mean, book one was good, but not as good as like I don't know why, but as one of the scenes, what I didn't like about It Lives Beneath was because the scene where it made out to say, "Oh, the grandpa killed the mum." I thought mum and dad. I thought, nope, I don't believe that one bit. I like knew something was wrong about that because it's like I don't think it'd be that heartless to say that. To be honest, I mean, like the cult and all stuff like that. It just the cult list
Mm.
activity just made that book. Like I said, like Brandon said, is my favorite out of the two, 100%.
Mhm. Wow. We're in perfect agreement. Same here, book two, for all these reasons. A book. I mean, I didn't read. I haven't read any book like book two, other than Veils of Secrets, where every time you see, all right, we got it figured out. We got the murderer. We got the bad guy. No, they're not the bad guy. They're not there. No, they're not. They're the bad guy. I mean, till the end chapter, it's just a wild, crazy ride.
I think as well. I've got another question for you. Did I think a lot of people said this? I killed that person without swearing. Like a lot of people said, "Why did you kill him? Why did you kill him?" I would have done. Oh my god! I mean, yeah, like I said,
Who? Robert?
Mm.
I mean, Richard?
Richard. I think it is. Yes,
Oh
literally,
yeah.
I've never clicked on a choice as quick as in my life. Like, yep, kill. Like,
I mean, can't say he didn't deserve it.
I just when I think what made me do that straight away when it said I don't know. I forgot which scene it is. I think it when you're in the coughing in the ocean. I think it was. Like I said,
Yeah.
looks like I was there for your parents. I never received so much blood for you. Like you know what I mean. Like, and that's what made me click kill him as much as I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like
yeah.
yeah. I mean, mm,
I mean, irrespective of the fact that whether the Richard disclosed to us about the killing our mom, dad, and even trying to kill us, even before when we first meet, when Danny describes Richard and what kind of guy he is. At that point, I wanted to break his arm and just sort of make him just just so at that point. Him was like nothing because I wanted to just fracture his every bone in his body, at the very beginning when we meet him because he was like a sinister character. And again, props to choices, like they make characters like this that really get under our skin.
mm. I like to be honest. I like them kind of plots. I don't know about Brandon. Like I love them kind of plots when they get under your skin, and then when you have to actually have the chance, like with Zara in Slow Burn, where you have to get the chance to absolutely put them on there.
Yeah, yeah,
What?
you wait for
Sorry
a
for
long
swearing.
time, for a long time, and then finally get it. Yeah, it's good.
I think it was like what was it? Hot Couture. Don't laugh at me for saying it wrong, but Hot Couture, whatever that book is. When we got to
I
put
think
that character down, is it Bridget? I think it is. The name is.
I haven't read it yet
You,
completely.
yeah, I think I'll shut up there. Let's just say you get to absolutely put her on, sit her back down and give her a piece of your mind. Let's just say that. It's
Uh-huh.
I like I said, them kind of books.
Yeah,
I love them kind of books with that kind of drama.
yeah. But I don't know if you have read Veils of Secrets or not, but Chief Waltz there, Tommy Waltz, I think he gets under our skin. I was like, can I punch this guy because talking really bad things about Kate and just supporting the family, this
Yeah.
Sterling family, I think, and not listening to us. So I didn't feel that much helpless in any other choices books like I felt in that when like Tommy was literally dominating our lives. So you know way great villain, I would say, Tommy.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've got no else to add on that because obviously I haven't actually read that book, but I've heard spoilers. People have told me what's happened, but I'm not going to say until I've actually read the book first. I'm not going
You
to
should,
comment on it, saying if it's bad or good or like I've not read it yet, so I'm not going to make a comment.
yeah, yeah. You should read Veils of Secrets. It's a good read. It's just worth your time. Just one book. It's a good book.
Yeah, yeah. I think I got no else more to add on that. I've not read it, so I'm not going to comment.
Yeah. Yeah, you can read it and then we can talk about one
Oh
day.
yeah,
Even Brandon hasn't read it yet, so yeah, when everybody has it.
yeah. I
At
think
this point, assume I've not read anything.
Huh?
At this point, assume I've not read anything. So
I've actually
Okay.
probably read not even half of the books yet, but
Uh,
still, like,
yeah, I have read all the books that are gender customizable. I have read all the books. I can say that. Endless Summer was remaining. I just finished it a few days ago, and but of course, I've read some gender, no, like gender locked books. A lot of them, but not all of them. But gender customizable books, I don't think there is one left. I've completely read them.
yeah, like I said before, I should have, so you two can actually speak. Um, like I think there's one book. What, like I said before, I don't think I mentioned it. If I did, I apologize. Rising Tides. I don't know if you two have read that. But why was that not just gender customizable? Sorry. What
Locked.
what was the
Yeah,
reasoning for it?
yeah, yeah.
Like, mm,
Yeah, I think Choices is the only app where you get gender customizable things from the very start, because you look at episode, you look at chapters, they're all gender locked and mainly just one male love interest. You don't even get, I don't know, but I think you don't get much, choice there. But Choices is the only app where you get a gender customizable love interest or a variety of love interests there. So,
yeah.
but I think they were thinking like a lot of female players were gonna get mainly and pretty good,
Oh, I
good old
know.
things. So, but I think 2020 that changed their mind. They were coming out, okay, we'll be good, coming out with gender customizable MCs. But these books, I think they were already under production, but they're still going to do a good job. I think. I hope they start implementing changes from this year, later this year, and from next year, because even like look at Queen Bee. The leaderboard, the position is Queen Bee, but Carter and other males were participating for Queen Bee, so I don't see why a male MC wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes complete sense. But I don't know how to word this without sounding disgusting or horrible, which I'm not trying to come off as. But I don't think it should have took the BLM post to even. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it shouldn't have. That shouldn't have happened for him just to say that. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it shouldn't have took that to happen for him to say that. They should have just done that from the start. Like,
Yeah. So yeah,
mm,
yeah,
yeah, I think they
agreed.
should.
Yeah, I think they were planning on the gender customizable. I don't know. Probably, yeah, that made the change. But I think the gender customizable, it was under the wraps for a long time. But they were like, yeah, we'll go, we'll not go. But that kind of, yeah, you're right. That kind of give them the push. That was under the
Yeah,
wraps for a long time. That give them the push they needed. And I would say that that's a great moment to change. And
yeah,
I'm not
yes,
really
with the
saying it's glad that happened, sad event, but Uh, it's the learning you take from those, like
yeah.
I think it changed a lot in terms of choices too. I'm glad for that they took it into the right direction.
Yeah, I think before I shut up for a bit, so you two can speak about some stuff as well. Like I said, it shouldn't have just took that just to say that. Why didn't it just stay that from the start? Like,
Hmm.
it's rather annoying for people like me who were. I mean, like I said before, like who the app's targeted towards,
Hmm.
but like I said, or because it's targeted towards somebody doesn't mean you should forget about everything else.
Hmm.
That's yeah,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Yeah, also I kind of see at some point, I mean, yeah, I don't see why you can't have more diverse thing. I know it can
yeah,
get hard when you need to include more male character with the writing. It can just hard, but you have just one MC, just go with this full on. It's easier, but yeah, but But also I see, some books not getting sequel, that at the end choices need to, it's a company and they need to sort of run the company at the end of the day. So they just give sequel to the books that will earn them the most revenue. I understand that, but just that they do both the things. Some things that bring money to them, and also new experiments, new books, new genres. Like both the things simultaneously. And let's hope they do that in the future. I hope they do that. Looks like they're gonna do that, but we'll see.
I mean, I think before I'll let you two talk again. Like I said, I mean, it's like with Hero. They promised us a book two. They promised us a book two, and then they keep saying, "Oh, we're gonna have to push it back a bit, push it back a bit, do
Here's
this,
coming.
do." That." And then to
Here's
say,
coming. Yeah,
"Oh no, we're not getting it."
yeah, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I like I said, it was an upsetting thing. Hero should have been there, because I think it's just a one incomplete thing, because Hero is left on a cliffhanger, and I think we would have seen, because we go to this crystal world where it's also related to the endless, because the Vanu, that's Vanu's world also, that
Yep.
crystal world. So it would have made great sense, but they said like lack of writers, and sort of pushed it back, and they pushed it back to a certain level that they reached the point of no return. The artwork was special, they can't go back there. So I don't know. I think they need to stop this if they want to get behind a good reader and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think I'll let you two talk about that for a bit then, because I've come on here and I've probably talked for most of it. We aren't letting anybody else get an input, So yeah,
That's fine. I finally get to give my voice the rest. I'm always waffling on, especially when it comes to laws of attraction. So it's nice to have a breather.
I know it's like, yeah. I mean, when you get passionate about something, you can't shut up about it. To be honest, like I have, like my passion for hating certain characters, certain books. It's like
Yeah.
I'd rather get it out there now, and instead of letting it boil up inside, and then yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be passionate about things in a good way, like you are passionate about. And I keep what I'm saying, Martin. Sorry, Brandon got passionate about Bo's betrayal.
I think as well, like somebody else said, I think on Reddit. I actually do go on Reddit, so yes, I'm gonna get hate again for that because I go on Reddit. Done the choices one. Like somebody said on there, they shouldn't promise a book if it isn't in development. If the second book isn't even in development, don't promise us a book if it's not in development. End of. Like it's giving people false hope. I mean, like a lot of people said, I forgot how is it? It lives beneath ended. Didn't it say like the end with a question mark and a few dots?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's like yes, it doesn't exactly imply that it's getting a sequel, but what? Why else would you put that there?
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they kind of left it open. I don't know, like they because I personally felt like the ending, if they would have because at the end of book one they show us a glimpse of what's going to happen in book two, but what
Yep.
they show us at the book two, it's kind of open.
Yep.
They want to go for a book three, that's totally can happen from there, because it's not a close. But if they want to end there, it kind of makes sense, because back in Westchester, I think the crew are there, and they're sort of taking a vow that we would stop from every attack from happening from now on. We'll be taking folks from Pine Spring, and we'll be working together, because we've seen people we love getting hurt, getting attacked, and we're going to stop this attack before it happens. And so, and then also Danny Parker, they also promise like they will stop people of outside from knowing about the power that lives here, or
Yep.
about misusing them. So it kind of, if you think about it, like that, yeah, that's the end. So from now on, whatever attack happens, they will stop there. They're kind of forming a good society there in both the cities, and the power is safe there, and no one's gonna take it. But again, you can, if you want to go for a book three, you could have gone with another, outsider coming in, messing with
Yep.
the powers of both the woods and the lake, and forming something big. So it's just it makes sense in either way.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
So that was that. But yeah, so but still, it's still two good books and even a good ending.
Yeah,
Even if you think that way, unlike Hero, where they just leave it like it just doesn't make sense anymore. Like it's
like
just like a one chapter. They leave it
it's
there.
yeah, but that's what annoys me. I think that's what annoyed me the most about that book. It says you will see him again in book two.
Yeah,
Book two has been cancelled.
yeah,
What?
famous last words.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if obviously you both have read that post. What the post was on Twitter. Like that genuinely made me cry. I'm not gonna lie. Why would I lie? Like two of most favorite books got cancelled for no apparent reason.
Hmm. Yeah,
It's
I mean, Hero's cancellation hit hard because out of all the books, it's like that's how I think. I haven't read other books like completely. Still, like I have read Hero, but I personally think like no other books that ended and didn't get a sequel are not like Hero because Hero is like just an incomplete thing. At least the other books kind of mix with the whatever they have, but Hero is like it just doesn't make sense because they're like 100% mystery still left to solve.
you know. And I think, like I said as well, that's what I've said before, and I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it again and again. They promised us a book two.
Hmm.
Like I said, they shouldn't say a book two is coming out if they haven't even started a book two.
Yeah,
Because that's just
totally
giving
agree.
people false hope. Because what if something goes wrong, like it was supposed to have?
Hmm.
It's don't give people false hope.
Hmm. Agree with that. Agree. Totally agree with that.
It's,
Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So that's that from my side. I don't have anything left. To like any topics here. So now, anything you want to add, both of you? Sorry, Mac and Brendan. I don't know why I keep calling Martin, but I'm sorry, Brendan and Mac.
it's call me whatever you want. To be honest, I don't care. I've been called worse.
I was calling him Martin. Brendan.
Yeah, I found that very offensive, by the way. Very
I
offensive.
mean, if I want to add anything,
I can't think of anything other than it's been a good week. I've really enjoyed Nanny Affair 2, and I'm really looking forward to see how this book plays out.
mm,
Yeah, it's
and to
definitely a
be
good
honest,
week Friday.
I know.
Yeah.
I think what I'm looking forward to as well is just seeing how it plays out. The story, like I said at the start, and I'll say it again. I'm
Mm.
just looking forward to seeing what happens with that Jordan. Not because I want to be a love interest, to be that person to be a love interest, but like I said, like Brendan said, there's more to her than meets the eye. Mrs. Little Perfect. Just, nope, I don't believe that one little bit.
Definitely.
Mm.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Like, who is this Jordan? What she has, they have under their sleeves. What kind of things they can pull out? It would be interesting to see. Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think, like I said, it'd be interesting to like what kind of. I'd be like really cautious around them, but we'll have to
yeah,
see like what they are truly.
yeah. Or we could all be wrong, and she's just genuinely, like Brandon said, and you said, just a good character.
Yeah,
But
John and
like,
Rose.
yeah, so yeah, I think I've got no else to it now. So
Nope, nothing on my end either.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, again excited for Laws of Attraction out now. It's not really a very scandalous proposal, slow burn for VIP players, and then the Nanny Affair, the big one, next Friday. And glad that it's releasing early. Glad they're releasing it
oh
half an hour early. I think.
yeah. I think as well. I think a lot of people before. That's what I wanted to add as well. Why did it go in? Why is it going on to a love break? Laws of Attraction. Why is it going on to a break?
Yeah,
I don't. Hmm, like.
not sure.
hmm,
I think just with the Nanny Affair coming out, as well as
hmm,
development of some of the books like that they want to be released, Queen Bee 2. My money's mainly on the Nanny Affair 2, and I'm assuming it's gonna come off hiatus soon. I think they just wanted to make sure the release of this book came out pretty smoothly, which I think they did a good job with. I think it should come off hiatus within about a week or so.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. I personally feel like I don't know. It's just a hunch because it has happened with Open Heart Book Two back in the
Yep.
because I think Rafael was gonna die and they just changed Rafael and Rafael
Yep.
they make other people die, so they can have something to change it because it's murder mystery how they build the sort of the relations because it's gonna be important. We get to know all of them because we don't get to know them. We won't be emotionally connected to the case, and then the secret we're gonna find out that they say in the trailer like a dark thing you would find out that you had never even imagined that could exist. So for that, I think they're taking some time, or maybe just they're adding some flings here and there. Lena
Yep.
Reyes and the firefighter guy, so making some last minute changes, or maybe they were not planning to give it a sequel, and now getting that a
Yep.
lot of
That's
people
what I'm
are liking
thinking.
it. They're gonna give it a sequel, or vice versa. They were going to give it a sequel, but saying, not a lot of people are liking it. Cut it short. Stop it at book one. Anything can happen.
Yep.
We'll have to
Yeah,
see
that's
how.
what that's what I was thinking as well. So yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good book. It's a good,
Mm.
change of things after a long
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. 100%.
All right, so if you don't have anything to say, so that's it for today, I guess. And thanks for tonight, I think, by my time. And thanks for joining. Apologies again for Bren's 212. It got cut off, and then for also Mac, it got cut off once. Sorry for that. But yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
all right. I'm looking forward to meeting some other people. To be honest,
Look forward to
get
next
to know
time.
people who, yeah,
Yeah. Well, next time we're gonna have some more, I guess. Just the time zone thing. You guys are from the same place, so almost that's why it was easier. But yeah, next time I'll be looking forward to get more. And then when the Nanny Afraid 2 releases, and the thing with Nanny Afraid 2, like a lot of people are reading it, so you wouldn't be some. I wouldn't be getting someone who'd be like, wait a second, the Nanny Afraid 2, I haven't read it. So that's one awesome thing. Like we all have something in common.
yep.
Definitely.
Because if somebody didn't like Nanny Affair 2 without even reading it, I'd just tell them to. Yeah, exactly. I think I'll shut up now. Yep.
Just tell them read the book, then you can criticize it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
I was
mean,
going to put it that nicely.
yeah, at least the clear majority they have read it. So yeah,
Yeah. I think that's it then.
Mm.
yeah. Have a good day, both of you. Have a good evening, and the rest of the day. I hope it goes well. Stay safe and just take care, both of you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, then. Yeah, it was good talking. Yeah. I think that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks.
yeah. So best of luck with your streams, Brandon. I hope to see some AVSP or maybe who knows. You just completed the Braidwood Manor. We're good to see that, and see you later on Twitter, Mac, and
Yep.
yeah, so I'll be linking your Twitter link below. So because if anyone wants to read those awesome tweets or other that you send out, sometimes it's just good theories there on Twitter. So
Yeah.
and
And if they want to roast me as well, so yeah.
uh
If they don't like
what?
me,
Right.
like if they want to roast me for speaking my mind, then let them come. I don't care.
I'll get around
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and best of luck with the Euro matches.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's hope so.
Yeah. I think
Mm,
we'll need it.
yep. I think we will.
Yeah, see you next week.
See you next
All
week.
right. See ya.
Yeah, yeah, take care. Bye.
Bye.
It's been a fun time. Bye.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bye.